Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Resurrection, It's Really Toxic to My System. Chapter 91. What's the deal? Lu Mulan took a sip of wine and looked at Lin Jun. Can we talk in private? Lin Jun thought, the less people know about this kind of thing, the better. Say it here. Lu Mulan pointed at Tang Tang. Tang Tang is the deputy leader of my mercenary group, and I won't talk nonsense. I see. Then his eyes turned to Lu Santin, who was drinking by himself. The latter immediately bared his teeth at Lin Jun and said with a dissatisfied expression, "You can't even trust me, can you? I'm your brother." All right. Lin Jun was helpless. That's it. I want a piece of information about the Nangsing group in Nanbang. The more detail the better. The three of them were shocked when they heard what Lin Jun wanted. What do you want from Nangsing Company's information? Lu Mulan's expression changed. I have a reason for needing it. As for what to do, I can't tell you yet. Hearing this, Lu Mulan lowered her head and pondered for a while, then agreed, okay. Give me a few days. How many days will it take? Lin Jun was a little confused. Seeing Lin Jun's appearance, Lu Mulan said angrily, do you think this is easy? Don't forget that now our Dragon Kingdom has begun to drive away Nangsing's companies and people in the Dragon Kingdom, which makes it even more difficult. Lin Jun thought about it. Is the higher-ups starting to take action? Oh, well, I may go to Sakura country tomorrow. I don't know how many days it will take. When he heard that Lin Jun was going to the Cherry Blossom country, Lu Santin was immediately shocked. What? Your vocational university also has a quota. That's not right. In our country, we only have Beijing University and the University of Magic. Lin Jun said awkwardly, ahem. I'm going to observe. Lu Santin rolled his eyes. Bah, you scared me. Aren't you going? Lin Jun asked doubtfully. Where are you going? Only 3 people from each College of Magic University and Beijing University are going. This is just an international social competition. Even the college leagues in our Dragon Kingdom are higher than it. Lu Santin curled his lips and said with some disdain. I wipe it. So this is forget it, let's just give Bai Ni some face and see what foreign superpowers are capable of. Xiaojun, you have to be careful when you go over there. As he said that, Lu Santang glanced at Lu Mulan secretly and continued, there has been some unrest in Sakura country recently. I heard that there is something abnormal about the strange beasts over there, and do not know is not true. Hearing Lu Santin's concerned tone, Lin Jun was a little moved and felt that this friend was not in vain. Well, you know, although my strength is not that great, I still have the ability to escape. You can fight against Li Wenhao, but you still can't do it well. Lu Santin felt that Mr. Lin was showing off. Hey, 3 tons, and 2 sisters. I haven't slept in 2 days. I have to go back to catch up on my sleep. Bye. After Lin Jun left, Tang Tang took out a level 4 automatic pistol. Are you sure that we can kill that level 6 crack beast king with these weird spiritual weapons? You have to know the strength of you and me, we have just stepped into the A level. Lu Mulan also picked up a lightsaber and couldn't put it down. I can trust his spiritual martial arts, and I can also trust your Tang family's hidden weapons. Tang Tang smiled charmingly. I guess you are wise. Lu Santin had never seen his sister, who was so easy to talk to a man, and an idea suddenly came to his mind. If Mr. Lin takes in this manly sister-in-law, will it be easier for him in the future? With this thought, it was out of control. Sister, actually. I think it would be nice for Mr. Lin to be my brother-in-law. Boom. A night of silence. Lin Jun got up early in the morning and started packing his luggage. Lu Xiaoluo put her hands on her hips and looked like she was thinking casually. Brother, when you come back, bring me lots of snacks, fun toys, and... Well, okay, I'll bring them all to you. You can get out now. Lin Jun waved his hand impatiently. Suddenly, Lin Jun pondered for a moment and added. Well, by the way, do you want to bring your father's little wife back? Little wife? Yes, that is, the mother who can't spank you and can also scream. Lu Xiaoluo's eyes flashed when she heard that there was a mother who didn't spank. It turns out there are mothers who don't spank little girls. Very nice. Okay, then brother, you have to. After packing his luggage, Lin Jun went out in front of the 4 members of the Lu family. Lu Xiaoluo was afraid that Mr. Lin would forget, so she immediately ran out and shouted at Mr. Lin's back. Brother, remember to bring me a lot of delicious food, and don't forget my dad's little wife. After hearing Lu Xiaoluo's words, Aunt May's mature and beautiful face behind her was suddenly covered with frost. Dad Lu was stunned for a moment. I just felt a sudden chill down my spine. Without looking, he knew who was coming out. Lu Mo turned his head and smiled. Old, my wife, you don't think the random words of a child are true, do you? Hey, judging from her appearance, she must be serious. Lu Mo smiled bitterly and shook his head. He glanced at Lu Xiaoluo, who was confused, with an unkind look. The latter suddenly shuddered. Hey, why did Dad suddenly look like he was going to beat me? What happened? Okay, you Lu Mo, I'll tell you why you always look like you're half dead. It turns out you're trying to find a mistress. I'm not done with you. Oh, it hurts, it hurts. Wife, let go quickly. Listen to my excuses. I just couldn't find a reason to squeeze this kid, but I didn't expect Xiaoluo to help find it. Aunt May gave Xiaoluo an approving look. The latter was even more confused. She couldn't figure out why all of a sudden, her father wanted to beat her and her mother wanted to reward her. Forget it, if her father dares to hit her, ask her brother to bring back a father who won't hit Xiaoluo next time. On the other side, when Lin Jun came to vocational college, he was called to the principal's office. At this time, the other two team members were already in the office. After seeing Jun Lin come in, they all smiled at Jun Lin. But what surprised Lin Jun was that the veteran Vice Colonel Wang was also there. Classmate Lin Jun, are you ready? Bai Ni didn't hesitate and asked directly. In her opinion, this time was the same as usual, she was just going to watch the game, no big deal. Okay, ready. Yes, you have to follow Vice Colonel Wang's arrangements. He will lead the team this time. Well, so that's it, no wonder this old guy is here. Vice Colonel Wang didn't say anything, just sat quietly. However, Lin Jun always felt that this old guy was not very friendly to him. It doesn't matter, he's just an A-level superpower. Well, get ready, go to the airport to meet the people from the University of Magic at noon. Then wait for everyone to go out. Bai Ni left Jun Lin behind again and talked alone for a while. After coming out of the office, Lin Jun's face didn't change much, and he felt a little disappointed in his heart. Bai Ni actually asked him to be careful about Monaco and Vice Colonel Wang. I always thought that I was the only one who thought these two people were not good people, but I didn't expect Bai Ni to have such a view. Sure enough, there is a tacit understanding. At noon, Lin Jun and the other three, led by Vice Principal Wang, got into a car arranged by the school and headed straight to the Shanghai airport. No one in the car spoke during the ride to the airport. However, Vice Colonel Wang always maintained a smile that he probably thought was friendly. Got off the car at the airport. In the waiting room, I also met many old acquaintances. One was the female teacher who kicked him out of Magic University, and the OL sister Yu. As for the three students around them, Lin Jun didn't recognize them. Yes, it's you. Ji Mianlin didn't expect to meet Jun Lin here, and was a little surprised to see him wearing a vocational college uniform. Hey, beautiful teacher, long time no see. Well, long time no see. It turns out you went to vocational university. Lin Jun didn't expect that this beautiful teacher whom he met once would still remember him. Yes, I'm a student at vocational university now. Seeing Vice Colonel Wang, Ji Mianlin knew that Jun Lin could shine there. This time, the Magic University invited all the top 3 freshmen from each school in the Magic City, and Lin Jun was among them, which was enough to prove it. And she also read today's news. Others may not know who the person who fought the strange beast at the Black Mist Crack stronghold was, but she recognized it. After all, she had met Jun Lin's stalker. Unexpectedly, in just a few months, this student would be able to confront a pseudo-level 7 beast head-on. This can no longer be described as genius. After telling her grandfather beat his chest for a while. If Mr. Lin is in Magic University, then the most glorious place in this trip to Sakura Island will definitely be Magic University. But now, this best students base can only serve as an invited audience, which is indeed a bit ironic. Thinking of this, Ji Mianlin immediately gave Lu Mei a look of disdain. Lin Jun also noticed her action and looked at Lu Mei, who was chatting with two men and a woman over there. He secretly guessed that maybe his admission notice to the University of Magic was given to him by this beautiful teacher as a way to repay his kindness for a strawberry. After that, other invited schools also arrived one after another. This time, the University of Magic only invited 5 schools, including students, teachers, and some official dignitaries, and it happened to charter a plane. When they meet up with Beijing University in Sakura country, they will be considered as representatives of the Dragon Kingdom. To put it bluntly, the significance of this exchange is greater than the competition. In the evening, the plane landed smoothly at Tokyo Airport in Sakura country. After getting off the plane, except for Minako who was picked up, everyone else was led to the hotel by the staff. What is surprising is that teachers and students from Beijing University and various schools in Beijing are also in this hotel. No surprise, after Lin Jun entered the hall, he saw an acquaintance. Mo Xian. She was holding her snow fox and sitting on the sofa in the hotel lobby. Several months have passed, but the snow fox in her arms still hasn't grown up. But Lin Jun knew that the snow fox could transform. After all, during the last college entrance examination, someone photographed her sitting on a fox as big as an elephant. However, Mr. Lin did not go over to say hello, and deliberately hid in the crowd, waiting for the room to be assigned. After getting the room key, Lin Jun went upstairs. When he opened the door and went in, he saw 2 boys already inside. After seeing Mr. Lin come in, a relatively kind boy immediately stood up and introduced himself. Hey, hello classmate, we are from Wuhan University in Shanghai. My name is Lei Wencheng. This is Zhao Chunyi. What about you? Hello, I am Mr. Lin from Vocational University. Haha, so we are all the audience. Lei Wencheng laughed at himself, but he had a cheerful personality, unlike Zhao Chunyi, who had a stern face and looked like someone owed him hundreds of millions. Hey, classmate Lin Jun, this guy is like this, don't mind. Lin Jun smiled nonchalantly and said, it's okay. After saying that, he started to make his bed. As soon as he finished tidying up, Lin Jun came to the floor-to-ceiling window and looked at the night view of the city, feeling much more relaxed. As he watched, his eyes suddenly widened with an expression of disbelief, and then he uttered a curse word. My darn thing. It startled the 2 people inside. What's wrong? I don't know what happened to Lin Jun suddenly. Well, did you see the filming scene of the short movie? Lei Wencheng came to Lin Jun's side curiously. Then he followed Lin Jun's gaze, but saw nothing. I only saw Lin Jun's eyes, constantly scanning the city outside. There was excitement and worry on his face, which was very strange. Lei Wencheng wondered whether Lin Jun was ill. Classmate Lin Jun, what's wrong with you? At this time, Mr. Lin didn't have time to pay attention to him, because the scene in front of him was incredible and terrifying. He even doubted whether he had arrived at a den of alien beasts. Because he had just scanned the night view of Tokyo, and as a result, densely packed status boxes kept popping up. This is the awesomeness of his system. As long as there is a strange beast in front of him, even if he sees a hair, it will be displayed as long as he moves. Now among the many status boxes, there are no less than 5 pink boxes. Lava Bull Demon King. Grade: King level crack. Level 6. Attributes: Fire, Earth. Attack power: 7,500. Defense: 1,000. Life: 100,000. Skills: Lava Armor, Lava Flame Cannon, Lava Thrust, Bull Crash. Frost Wind Wolf. Grade: King level crack. Level 6. Attributes: Ice, Wind. Attack power: 7,500. Defense: 1,000. Life: 100,000. Skills: Frost Shield, Ice Claws, Ice Sting, Hurricane Wind Pressure Cannon, Ice Explosive Rain. There are 3 Bull Demon Kings, 2 Wolf Kings, and those 5th and 6th level elite beasts, densely packed and hidden throughout the area in front of them. This is why Lin Jun feels scared. In other words, there are countless strange beasts that cannot be seen in the entire city of Tokyo. Jun Lin recalled that Jinyang City was attacked by a group of beasts below level 3. They all suffered heavy casualties, making it look like a hell on earth. But now, what I see is that the lowest level alien beasts are all 5th level elites. Do the people of this city still have a way to survive? Look at these two beast kings. They are both beast kings with powerful skills. As long as they are not killed in time, even if one is released. Run, how can it be? Isn't this the time when you can take advantage of the water? But, Lin Jun sent a message to Ji Mianlin and asked her out. The other party asked for this number when I was on the plane. Since there is a possibility of a big beast wave breaking out in Tokyo, it is necessary for him to ask Ji Mianlin to talk to the official representatives. Whether they believe it or not is their business. As soon as it was sent, the message came back instantly. The two made an appointment to meet at the coffee shop on the second floor. Classmate Lin Jun. Lin Jun came back to his senses and found Lei Wencheng shaking his hands with worry. Ahem, I'm fine. It's just the first time I saw such a beautiful scenery. I was a little shocked. Lin Jun excused himself casually. TCH. This is nothing, right? It's not as beautiful as our magic city. Haha. By the way, I made an appointment with someone. Let's go out for a while. After saying that, Lin Jun left the room. Take the elevator straight to the second floor. By this time Ji Mianlin had arrived. Lin Jun walked over and saw Ji Mianlin at this time. Lin Jun's eyes couldn't help but light up. Waist-length hair, eyes as clear as water, and no glasses. Wearing a white suspender skirt with a circle of lace under the skirt, her slender thighs were wrapped in a pair of black Balenciaga, and on her feet were a pair of red high heels. Hiss, Teacher Mianlin, you are so beautiful. Seeing Jun Lin looking shocked, Ji Mianlin couldn't help laughing. Then she winked at him mischievously. Yeah, hee. Lin Jun chuckled and sat down opposite. Lin Jun glanced at the menu and didn't recognize a word of it. He could only turn his gaze to Ji Mianlin opposite. By the way, Teacher Mianlin, what would you like to drink? Ha, whatever, just order it. Thank you for inviting me down. It's actually quite boring in the room. Well, Lin Jun was a little confused. Sister, I'm not dating you. Let's come down and talk about business. After casually ordering a cup, Lin Jun looked at Ji Tilin with a solemn expression. The latter didn't understand why Mr. Lin suddenly looked at him like this, and even looked at his own attire, not sure why. What's wrong? There might be something big going on in Tokyo. Ji Mianlin was stunned when he heard this. Something big happened. What happened? Lin Jun thought about his words and said, it's possible that the same thing happened in Jinyang City. You mean the tide of alien beasts? Ji Mianlin had experienced the experience of almost dying last time, and it was still vivid in her mind. If she hadn't eaten Jun Lin's strawberry, maybe she would have died. Although the world has become more dangerous after the change, the beast tide attacking the city has not happened yet. That time in Jinyang City was considered the first time. Although the scale was small, hundreds of thousands of people died. How do you know? When Ji Mianlin asked, Lin Jun didn't know how to answer. It's impossible to say that you can see the status bar of alien beasts, right? Ahem, I have a special power that can detect nearby strange beasts. You mean there are strange beasts around here? Ji Mianlin was surprised that Jun Lin actually had this kind of power. Is this the third type? Yes, I just inspected this area, and there are no fewer than 5 6th level beast kings, and they are all crack beast kings. Lin Jun's expression was serious, and Ji Mianlin didn't feel like he was lying. After a moment of silence, Ji Mianlin said, I need to report to the delegation. What do you think? Jun Lin didn't care. He just wanted to use her words to warn the representatives. As for whether they believed it or not, and whether they wanted to leave or not, it was all their business. He won't leave anyway. If possible, he will be promoted to level A, relying on this beast tide. As for the civilians of Sakura country, they are not within his scope of consideration. After all, there is some hatred that he will never forget even if he changes to another world. Just make your decision. What I'm worried about now is that they don't believe it. Ji Mianlin was right. After all, Tokyo is the capital of Sakura country. How could a strange beast be hidden in the city center without making a sound? It's better to report it. Even if you don't believe it, it's none of my business. Ji Mianlin called an official representative. The representative was dubious, but still informed the leading teachers from each school to go to the meeting. Lin Jun followed Ji Mianlin up. The representatives were in a suite. When Lin Jun entered the room, the leading teachers from each school were already inside. When Vice Colonel Wang saw Lin Jun, his expression was a little surprised, but he didn't show it. The three official representatives sat in the first place and were somewhat enthusiastic after seeing Ji Mianlin come in. Teacher Ji, please sit down. Tell everyone about this matter. Ji Mianlin glanced at Lin Jun, who was standing behind her, and then explained the matter. After hearing what Ji Mianlin said, everyone looked at Jun Lin in shock. On the other hand, Vice Colonel Wang's eyes were inexplicably excited when he heard that Mr. Lin could sense nearby strange animals. At this time, he was extremely ecstatic. Has he learned it? In other words, Minako guessed correctly, Bai Ni really taught him that thing. This classmate, how do you prove that what you said is true? Lin Jun looked at the person who spoke, it was Lu Mei. The annoying woman did not answer her words and immediately turned her head to the side. Lu Mei was immediately angry. Ji Mianlin knew about Jun Lin's feud with her, and immediately said, ahem. Jun Lin is from Jinyang City. He has experienced the beast tide, so he has no reason to lie. The three representatives fell silent. One of the men said at this time, classmate Lin Jun, right. You said that there is a 6th-level alien beast king in this area, but the alien beast king is huge, how can it be hidden quietly in the city? They are indeed difficult on their own, but what if someone uses summons inside? There is indeed nothing wrong with what Mr. Lin said. Some summoners have this skill. Yes, this can indeed be done. A female professor from Beijing University nodded with deep understanding. Because she has this innate skill, she only needs to engrave the skill mark on a strange beast, and then release the summoning circle in another place to summon the strange beast engraved with the skill mark. No, you mean this is man-made. Lin Jun spread his hands, his meaning was obvious. However, the male representative immediately interrupted. No, it's impossible. The crack beast king is not something that anyone can control, let alone keeping them hidden. Is this person a representative? You still don't know what's going on in Jinyang City, right? Didn't Mo Shungan and the others investigate? At this time, the male representative was still explaining his point of view. Of course, this classmate, it's best if you prove that what you say is true. Lin Jun's original intention was to make them pay attention and be prepared if something went wrong. But now, why did he have to do something to prove it? What should he prove? To wake up those strange beast kings? HMPH. That's right. If every student said something random, wouldn't we teachers be exhausted? Lu Mei said angrily. In fact, it is not that no one believes it. The middle-aged female professor at Peking University believes it, and so does Vice Principal Wang. I believe what classmate Lin Jun says. Vice Principal Wang stood up one after another. I think we should be prepared in advance, otherwise if it is true, we will be passive at that time. The middle-aged female professor also stood up. Lin Jun looked at Vice Colonel Wang and was surprised that this old guy was the first to stand up. Just in case, the three representatives still contacted the country, but the information coming from the country was that the superiors believed Lin Jun's words. Everyone was shocked. Hiss, who is this guy, or is there someone above him? Especially Vice Colonel Wang, who felt a little uneasy. And Lin Jun also guessed a little bit. It seems that after graduation, my official position can be moved up. The senior officials of Dragon Kingdom also asked them to pretend not to know and continue to participate in the competition. However, if there is an emergency, a helicopter will come to pick them up and leave. It seems that there are many people above who have the same idea as Mr. Lin, as long as you die as a fellow Taoist and not as a poor Taoist. After the meeting, Lin Jun originally wanted to continue dating Ji Mianlin. After all, everyone was dressed beautifully, and a person must have a beginning and an end. As a result, Ji Mianlin was called away by Lu Mei, a big girl. I had no choice but to go back to my room in despair. Just as he arrived at the door of the room, his cell phone suddenly rang. Lin Jun thought it was Ji Mianlin calling, but when he picked it up, he saw that it was the old guy from Vice Colonel Wang. Hey, Vice Colonel Wang, are you okay? There was silence on the other side of the phone, and then Vice Colonel Wang's voice came. Classmate Lin, I have something to discuss with you. Is it inconvenient for you? Lin Jun was a little confused. I'm not familiar with him, so what the hell can we talk about? However, Thinking about Bai Ni's disgust for Vice Principal Wang, and Lin Jun had heard about it, it seemed that Vice Principal Wang had something to do with the death of the old principal. So Lin Jun agreed. Okay, where can we talk? Rooftop. After hanging up the phone, Lin Jun thought to himself for a while and then went up to the rooftop. When Mr. Lin reached the rooftop, he found Vice Colonel Wang's figure standing on the guardrail, motionless. Is this, playing infernal affairs? You came. Yeah, I'm here. I'm kind of looking forward to his next words. What's going on? Lin Jun, you are excellent. Vice Colonel Wang, let's get down to business. What did you ask me to do? Vice Colonel Wang turned around and looked at Jun Lin. I want you to help me find the Tokyo alien beasts. Lin Jun was not surprised. After all, Vice Colonel Wang's attitude towards Monaco could be seen by Lin Jun. Are you from Sakura country? Vice Colonel Wang neither admitted nor denied it. Hey, don't you think humans should be united now? I am extremely disappointed by the actions of the Dragon Kingdom's senior officials. Lin Jun sneered in his heart. Then why the hell are you still working as a spy? As long as you help me find the locations of all the strange beasts, the money, the beauties, and even Monaco, they will all be yours as long as you agree. I see that you also use a sword. The Shimakawa family's advanced swordsmanship is also engraved for you. How? Very good. But I don't have the ability to take it. What? I can only sense the scent of strange beasts in the city, and I can't find it accurately, so I'm sorry. Hearing what Lin Jun said, Vice Colonel Wang looked a little crazy. How is it possible? You can obviously do it. No, you are lying to me, right? How about this? You sell me the method that allows you to detect strange beasts, and the price is whatever you want. Lin Jun was speechless. I'll sell you a yo-yo. I'm sorry, this is my innate ability, I really can't sell it. Unexpectedly, when Vice Colonel Wang heard what Lin Jun said, he sneered, ha. Mr. Lin, stop pretending. Did Bai Ni pass that skill on to you, right? Well, that skill, which door is it? Spiritual martial arts. Ha, Mr. Lin, just take pity on the people of Tokyo City. Either you help find the strange beasts, or you sell me that skill. Lin Jun thinks there is something wrong with this old guy's brain. I don't know what you are talking about. If you really care about the people of Tokyo, you might as well have someone search carefully as soon as possible. Maybe it's still too late. Jun Lin no longer wanted to talk to him. The moment he was willing to reveal his identity, it didn't matter who he was. Saying that, he was about to leave. Choke. Boy, do you think I will keep you here if you know my identity? Vice Colonel Wang's face was ferocious, and he stopped pretending. Lin Jun saw him pull out a sword at some point. Isn't this the knife from my shop? What, are you going to use force? Indeed, if it is true as he said, Tokyo must be in ruins. If Lin Jun said that a careful scan would only alert the enemy, the result would be the same. Perhaps Vice Colonel Wang felt that if Tokyo disappeared, there would be no need for him to work as an undercover agent in Wozai country. Seeing that there was no fear on Jun Lin's face, Vice Colonel Wang narrowed his eyes slightly. Do you think you can survive under the hands of an A-level ancient martial arts user? You won't know until you try it. After speaking, Lin Jun flicked his hand, and a horizontal knife emitting a faint red light appeared in his hand. Vice Colonel Wang was shocked by Lin Jun's operation of taking objects out of thin air. And the knife in his hand looks like a magical weapon. The greed in his eyes could not be concealed. Wind flow. Aha! Vice Colonel Wang broke through the wind at an extremely fast speed. Dang, dang, dang. All of a sudden, Lin Jun fought with him several times. Yeah, this swordsmanship is quite weird, but unfortunately it's still a bit inferior to my swordsmanship. Vice Colonel Wang didn't expect Lin Jun's ancient martial arts swordsmanship to be so good. Baga. Fallen leaves flow. Swish. Vice Colonel Wang jumped into the air and slashed out countless air blades, like fallen leaves, erratically tilting towards Jun Lin. It looks good, but it's too weak. Bang bang bang. Lin Jun chopped off all the air blades very calmly without suffering any injuries. This is the exclusive swordsmanship of Sword Soul. It is not only fast, but also very tricky. Falling Leaf Storm Blade. Is supernatural power combined with spiritual martial arts. I saw the Wind Blade sword energy several times larger than before coming towards him in a dense attack. Revolving light full moon slash. Aha! All the wind blades were chopped off directly. Vice Colonel Wang's eyes widened, he stopped and looked at Jun Lin quietly. Lin Jun's knife only cut Vice Colonel Wang's hair into a Mediterranean shape. If he had cut it to his neck, he would probably be dead. Vice Colonel Wang had cold sweat on his forehead and his body couldn't help but tremble. The relationship was played like a treasure for a long time, and then it was destroyed by Lin Jun with one move. Why did you call out? Lin Jun dodged extremely quickly, pulling out an afterimage so fast that the next moment, an orange meteor fell and was already on Vice Colonel Wang's neck. Don't kill me. Vice Colonel Wang's eyes were filled with fear. Tell me your name and the purpose of coming to NTNU. My name is Shimakawa Nanjiro. Puff. Lin Jun laughed, and then looked him up and down with a look of disdain. I'll wipe it. Just you, still the seventh son. I am the seventh among brothers. Lin, Mr. Lin, there is no incompatibility between us. As long as you let me go, I can give you whatever you want. Stop talking nonsense and quickly tell me why you came to NTNU and whether the death of the old principal was your fault. After hearing what Jun Lin said, Vice Principal Wang immediately denied it. How is it possible? The old principal can kill the 9th level Beast King. How can I, an A-level superpower, kill him? Helpless, Vice Colonel Wang could only tell Jun Lin the purpose of coming to the vocational college. After all, Tokyo is now in crisis, and it's hard to say whether he has a chance to return to work. When he was young, his talent was also very good. When he went to a crack on the island for training, he accidentally saw a middle-aged man fighting a level 9 alien beast king. And the moves that man used were all non-attributed spiritual energy qigong. Not only were they powerful attacks, they could also defend against the perverted skill attacks of alien beasts. He admired him in his heart and wanted to become a disciple. However, before he had time to become a disciple, the man took the crystal core and left. Finally, after many investigations, he found out that the man was the principal of a low-ranking college in the Magic City. He felt a little ironic that a character who could kill the 9th level Rift Beast King was just the president of a not-so-reputable university. Considering that the old principal is from the Dragon Country, it is impossible for him, a Sakura countryman, to become a disciple. Finally, he thought of a way, that is, to change his identity, and then come to the vocational college to apply for a teacher. With his hard work, he was indeed appreciated by the old principal, and then he gradually got the position of deputy principal. But even so, the old principal never thought of teaching him that kind of qigong, which made him very distressed. Since there was no way to obtain qigong practice methods from the principal, he had no choice but to turn to the old principal's only daughter, Bai Ni. But it's a pity that Bai Ni is more than 10 years younger than him, and he is also an extremely talented genius. He joined the Superpower Alliance just after graduating from Beijing University, which makes it difficult for him to get in touch with him. As for the death of the old principal, he didn't know the reason. All I know is that the day before the old principal died, a letter came to the principal's mailbox, and he helped hand it over to him. After reading the letter, the principal said he would go out to deal with a level 9 elite beast king. A few days later, he came back seriously injured and died not long after. Because of this, many people suspected that he had killed the principal for the sake of his position as principal, and he felt that he had died unjustly. After listening to Vice Colonel Wang's story, Lin Jun was extremely shocked. I heard that the old principal's strength is only S level, but he can actually deal with the 9th level crack beast king. How awesome is his qigong? Oh, then why did you place Monaco in vocational university? Vice Colonel Wang sighed lightly. I think my niece has a good talent, so she came here as an international student. Maybe Bai Ni will take a fancy to her. We really don't have any ill intentions. Lin Jun gave him a look. What a liar. The way you usually look at Principal Bai is as if you want to eat her. Feeling a little embarrassed by Lin Jun's look, Vice Principal Wang smiled and said, of course, it's impossible for a beauty like Principal Bai not to have any ideas. Lin Jun had a rough idea of the cause and effect, whether it was true or false. Whether Bai Ni believed it or not was not his concern. The two of them suddenly became quiet, and no one spoke anymore. Lin Jun, I'm not afraid of death, I just want to save my life and do my best for this city. Lin Jun removed the knife and said calmly, "Go away. Don't come to vocational college again." Vice Colonel Wang sighed softly, "Hey. Maybe it was a pity that I had spent more than 10 years and got nothing, or maybe it was because I was nostalgic for the vocational university. Jun Lin, do you really not know the specific locations of those strange beasts?" Before leaving, Vice Colonel Wang paused and asked again. Lin Jun shook his head and said nothing. "It's a joke. It's good if I don't kill you, but I also help you find strange beasts. Do you really think I'm disgusting?" Being rejected again, Vice Colonel Wang just smiled bitterly and lowered his head, then jumped up and disappeared into the night into an afterimage. This old man really has a good foundation. If he hadn't been too persistent in the old principal's Qigong training method, maybe he would have been above S level by virtue of his talent. As expected, you can't be too greedy, otherwise you will lose more than you gain. After sighing, he went downstairs to sleep. Tonight, after Vice Colonel Wang returned to Shimakawa's house, he mobilized his manpower to search the city of Tokyo. Unfortunately, in the end, in addition to a few 5th-level elite alien beasts, not even a single hair of the alien king was found. They couldn't help but wonder if Mr. Lin was lying. The next day, Lin Jun received a call from Bai Ni, asking Lin Jun and Shu Yuyu to just follow the arrangements of the Magic University teacher. As for Vice Principal Wang, she didn't say much. After getting up, Lin Jun took Shu Yuyu down to the hall on the first floor. At this time, most of the students from Long Kingdom had already gathered. I also saw Mo Xian, who was standing next to a female professor and chatting in a low voice. The female professor Lin Jun knew was the female professor who spoke to him yesterday. This female professor seemed to be from the summoning department, and she was probably Mo Xian's mentor. Just in time, Lin Jun quietly pulled Shu Yuyu into the crowd. Seeing Jun Lin acting like a thief, Shu Yuyu was a little curious. "Brother Lin Jun, who are you hiding from?" In Shu Yuyu's heart, Lin Jun has always taken care of her like an older brother, so she likes to be close to Lin Jun from the bottom of her heart. When Shu Yuyu asked, Lin Jun rubbed his nose in embarrassment. No. We are just an audience, so it's okay to keep a low profile." Yeah, brother Lin Jun seems to make sense. So, Shu Yuyu immediately took out a small notebook and started to write it down. Lin Jun is already used to this. Shu Yuyu is a fool. Whenever she finds something interesting, she will write it down in her notebook, often leaving Jun Lin speechless. However, Mo Xian in front chatted with the female professor for a while, and then began to scan the student team without knowing what he was looking for. But Lin Jun still chose to be a cat and didn't bother to interact with her too much. Soon after, they got in the car and set off for the competition venue. There was nothing strange about Tokyo today. The competition location is on the outskirts of Tokyo, next to the city wall. But seeing this tall city wall is enough to prove that the strange beasts on Sakura Island are too powerful. Otherwise, there would be no need to build this wall so tall. This is not surprising. After the disaster, there are only 10 base cities left in the entire Sakura Kingdom, with a population of only 10 million, which is even less than the population of Nanbang country. There is nothing we can do about it. Who made it an island country? No one knows how many space cracks there are on the seabed. After arriving at the auditorium, Lin Jun began to look at the participating teams from various countries. There were 12 countries and more than 20 teams. But what surprised him was that Nanbang country didn't come. This made Lin Jun even more suspicious that the strange beasts hidden in Tokyo were caused by them. Lin Jun suddenly saw a somewhat familiar person in the beautiful country's team. Hiss, isn't this the golden-haired boy who transformed into a werewolf? Isn't this guy dead? Lin Jun remembered that he was also in the villa before the attack. No way, the power of more than 50 stalkers didn't kill him. Is his self-healing talent really so abnormal? When he saw Mo Xian's team, he found that Mo Xian was looking at him blankly. Discovered. Shi Yun, what are you looking at so absorbedly? The handsome boy on the left side of Mo Xian, who was carrying a sword on his back, asked curiously. Mo Xian said calmly without blinking, "It's none of your business. Please call me by name. After all, when you call me by name, I get goosebumps." Still as straightforward, but this boy seemed to have become immune to what this straight woman said. Just smiled faintly. Haha. I don't like your straightforward and frigid look, but it won't change the fact that you will marry me in the future. Mo Xian looked away from the cowering figure in the audience. Glancing at the boy carrying a sword next to him, he asked, "Can you beat me?" With one sentence, the boy carrying the sword was immediately shocked. Mo Xian, you. Hey, Xian, Long Zhan, can't you two be quieter? Today's game is a team game, and we must have a team spirit. The speaker was a four-eyed girl on the left of Mo Xian. This girl with four eyes wears a rabbit ear hairpin on her head, her hair is tied into a ponytail, she holds a black book in her hands, and there are several small metal balls hanging around her waist. Although she is petite, her small breasts are indeed bulging. Gu, except for the appearance of a top student, there is nothing special about him. As soon as the four-eyed girl spoke, Mo Xian and the boy carrying the sword stopped talking, but those who knew him well knew that this girl was the captain of their three-person team. Perhaps because of this, Mo Xian and the man named Long Zhan were obedient. Soon the organizers began to randomly draw lots, and the results were very touching. The first game was the showdown between Beijing University and Magic University. This made the representatives of the Dragon Kingdom somewhat dissatisfied. No one would believe it if they said there was nothing wrong with it. In the audience, Lin Jun was also a little angry. I was right not to help them, what kind of people are they? However, after thinking that Sakura country would soon be in trouble, he became so angry. Because it uses the Lingyuan satellite to conduct live broadcasts around the world. People in the Dragon Kingdom watching the live broadcast immediately shared their hatred and cursed the organizer for being shameless. A small island country is a small island country. Now it is half dead. It is still so narrow-minded and full of sneaky thoughts. Lu Mei, on the other hand, didn't feel anything. She looked eager to try and kept cheering the two men and one woman in front of her. If they beat Beijing University, they will be able to overtake Beijing University in the future. Invite the representative teams from Beijing University and Magic University to come on stage. On a huge screen, images of the two teams appeared on it, along with simple personal information. Representative of Magic University, Zhang Wu, beginner level C, mutated abilities, purple gold, wind and frost, talent skills, 10, skills biased towards combat system, overall score is SS. Lu Ruo, D level high level, mutant abilities, thorns wood, flowing earth. Talent skills, 12, skills are biased toward the legal system. Personal overall score SSS. Shi Taicheng, intermediate level C, mutant abilities, lava fire, purple electricity. Talent skill, 15, the skill is in the combat system. Personal overall score is SSS level. The information is very simple, just showing important data. However, judging from the team information, Magic University focuses on cultivating legal systems and combat skills. This may be because the principal is also a player in combat skills. After seeing 2 SSS scores and 1 SS score, Lin Jun couldn't help but sweat for Lu Bailing. With her overall score of S, it was already remarkable that she ranked 6th among the freshmen of the University of Magic. Representative from Beijing University, Long Zhan, C-level mid-level, mutant power, thunder explosion. Common power, wind, talent skills, 12, the skills are biased toward the combat system, and the overall score is SS. Mo Xian, C-level high level, special power, summoning, beast master, abnormal power, extreme ice. Talent skills, 18, skills are biased towards the legal system, overall rating is R. 2 Shaoli, E-level elementary, special ability, engineer. There are 36 talents and skills, the skills are biased toward the legal system, and the overall score is S. When Zhun Lin saw the information about Beijing University's representative team, he was confused and shocked. What is shocking is that Mo Xianping does not have the summoning type plus the ice type, but also has a beast control type. This can explain why she has a fox that will not disappear. Perhaps this is why she can combine the overall score SSS, the reason why it goes straight to R. What confused him most was that the four-eyed girl named Tu Shaoli had so many skills, not to mention her strange abilities. What made him most curious was, how could she be compared to E-level with just an S rating? Beginner, ranked among the top 3 in Beijing University. It's so weird, not to mention Mr. Lin, everyone was shocked because of these two female students from Beijing University. R-rated. This is the second overall R-rated movie since the disaster. It's strange that you didn't see the one named Tu Xiaoli. What kind of superpower does this engineer have? Engineer, I've never heard of it. After all, Beijing University is still the strongest college in the world. Everyone was full of questions, only Ji Mianlin frowned slightly. Because since she saw the appearance of Tu Xiaoli, she felt very familiar, but she just couldn't remember where she had seen it. It just felt a little long. Ji Mianlin shook her head and denied it on her own. How could it be possible? If I had really seen her, it couldn't have been a long time ago. After all, this little girl looks like she is only 16 or 17 years old now. In a base underground somewhere in the capital, in a room built with special materials, Baby Dragon was lying on the table with a depressed expression. But she still managed not to fall asleep, and watched the live broadcast on TV without blinking. Sitting beside her was a beautiful woman with glasses, gentle temperament, and wearing a white coat. At this moment, the beautiful woman was eating snacks and her eyes were fixed on the TV. My little rabbit is still the most well-behaved and sensible, and I always get A's in exams, unlike some melon boy who is always the worst. The funniest thing is that he was beaten up by a freshman. How pitiful. The baby dragon ignored the beautiful woman's thoughts and just looked at the rabbit with envy as he walked onto the ring. But the beautiful woman is like a chatterbox, and she can't keep her mouth shut even if she eats snacks. You tell me the handsome guy who violently beats you. The beautiful woman looked like a girl. Why Chun? If he's a handsome guy, I can't have a relationship with him. Get out of here, don't stop me from watching the fight. Baby Long was really annoyed and couldn't stand it anymore, so he shouted angrily. The young woman's shameless appearance overwhelmed the baby dragon. Yo, I still have energy. Hey. Look, the fight is about to begin. The scene turned, and on the ring, the two teams had already taken their positions. Both sides have a combat type. Long Zan uses a sword, Zhongwu uses a knife, and the knife Zhongwu uses is a new level 4 horizontal knife that was recently sold by Lin Jun in the shop. Twinkle and twinkle, it looks pleasing to the eye. Zhongwu's eyes were solemn. It was understood that although this Long Zan only had one mutant ability, he had a mysterious background and had learned a lot of spiritual martial arts. He was not a simple person. Both parties were waiting for the referee to call the start. Ready, go, swish, ding 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 ding. As soon as the referee finished speaking, the two figures collided instantly, their bodies intertwined, and the surroundings continued to explode. Demon Dashi Taichang also followed suit. Rain of lava and fire. Countless red raindrops condensed and sprayed out from behind him, instantly shooting towards Mo Xian's location. Countless people were amazed by this speed of release. His goal was very clear, to first suppress Mo Xian, his strongest opponent. Frost Shield. Bang bang. 4 shield-shaped ice blocks protruded from the ground, blocking all the lava and fire rain. Not only that, Mo Xian quickly waved the white cane in his hand. Summon. Frost Wolf. Buzz. A circle of light lit up, and a wolf-shaped beast made of ice jumped out. Then he rushed towards Shi Taichang. Shi Taichang did a somersault backwards and slapped the ground with his hand wearing level 4 boxing gloves. Purple Thunder Stab. Puff puff. 6 or 7 spears made of purple thunder protruded from the ground. The frost wolf's body was instantly transformed into a hedgehog. This stone is too strong and powerful. It actually uses the earth attributes earth-piercing power for the thunder power. More than that, the speed of this thrust is much faster than the speed of the earth's thrust. A truly remarkable talent. On the ring, only Tu Xiaoli and Lu Ruo have not yet taken action. But many people are curious about how this little rabbit will fight. Just when everyone was looking forward to it, before Tu Xiaoli took action, Lu Ruo started to take action. The thorns are coming. The arena shook, and then the ground broke apart. Swish. A shocking scene unfolded instantly. Countless thorn vines protruded from the ground and instantly filled the entire arena. These thorn vines seemed to be alive, constantly squirming, and then began to support teammates. Long Zan, who had always been inseparable from Zhongwu, was harassed by the dense thorn vines and suddenly became confused. Mo Xian was in a similar situation. The several frost wolves he had just summoned were instantly killed by thorn vines. In the front row of the audience, Lu Mei glanced proudly at the female professor from Beijing University beside her. Fengdeling, how strong is my daughter? We haven't lost yet. What are you so proud of? Fengdeling, a female professor from Beijing University, raised her glasses and sneered. Look, the engineer is about to take action. Someone shouted, and everyone looked at Tu Shaoli at the edge of the ring. I saw Tu Shaoli opening the black book in his hand. After finding a page, he slapped his little hand. A light came on. The book in my hand began to change after the light disappeared. Everyone was stunned on the spot for a moment. Is this Gatling? No, that's not right. It looks like Gatling, but this is a cannon. No way. This seems to be a real shot. There were constant exclamations in the audience. But Lin Jun was even more confused. He's not a gunner, is he? But the gunnery division doesn't have such a cannon, right? This top student is poisonous. On the ring, Tu Shaoli held the cannon with both hands, and then aimed at the thorn vines on the ring with crazy output. The little eyes in the frame were full of seriousness. Bang bang bang. Ling Yuan shells hit the thorn vines one after another, and the fire suddenly flickered and the explosions continued. Although the power was not as powerful as Lin Jun's stalker, it was very fast. However, in this arena as big as a football field, the firepower was obviously lacking. This also gave Lu Ruo a chance to continue to fight back. Tangled with thorns, countless thorns and vines rushed towards the rabbit and raccoon dog with a creepy sound. I saw Tu Shaoli reaching out and picking off a metal ball from his waist without any hurry. Then he threw it on the ground next to him. Bang! There was a sound, a puff of smoke burst out, and a small multi-barreled anti-aircraft gun that was only half the height of Tu Shaoli appeared on the ground. Before anyone could react, the small anti-aircraft gun immediately spit out a long tongue of flame and fired at the approaching thorn vines. Da 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 da. Seeing this scene, Lin Jun was already a little numb. Dog system, I suddenly realized that I am a fake mechanic. No. As an engineer, it makes sense to have some tricks, right? You, mechanics and dogs don't even play. Ding. Seeing that you are so sad, I will give you a chance to change your career. Please choose to change your career. Woof woof. I'm stupid. In my system warehouse, there is also a certificate of self-selection and random job transfer. Why should I give up my current job? On the ring, after a while, all the thorns and vines that had just covered the whole ring were wiped out. Seeing this, Lu Ruo waved his staff. The thorns thrust out. Whoosh whoosh. The small anti-aircraft gun that was firing vigorously was suddenly lifted into the sky by thorn vines protruding from the ground. Boom. A loud explosion signified the completion of the anti-aircraft gun's mission. The cannon in Tu Shaoli's hand lit up with a white light again. After the light disappeared, it changed into another form. A machine gun. The moment the transformation was completed, Tu Shaoli pointed his gun at Lu Ruo. Da da da. Countless spiritual bullets were spit out. Thorn shield. It can be seen that Lu Ruo's reaction speed is also good. Lava starfall. On the other side, Shi Taicheng raised his hands and shouted loudly. Just now, Mo Xian had summoned more than a dozen summoned beasts of various types. She herself was riding a white fox as big as a horse, and then leisurely watched Shi Taicheng busy dealing with her summoned beast. Finally, he was forced to use a great skill. I saw a big fireball falling straight from the sky. Mo Xian rode the white fox and quickly jumped away, while the others also stayed away. Boom! With a loud noise, all of Mo Xian's summoned beasts were destroyed. The arena was also blown to pieces, which caused several representatives of Sakura country to feel pain. Everyone thought that the next battle would be even more exciting. It is also an opportunity to better understand the strength of Longguo's geniuses. Boom! A huge explosion suddenly sounded in downtown Tokyo, and even the stadium felt a huge earthquake. What happened? What happened over there? The arena suddenly became noisy. Lin Jun and Ji Mianlin looked at each other and saw a look of surprise in each other's eyes. Just 10 minutes ago, Vice Colonel Wang, Minako, and a group of supernatural beings from the Sakura country government were constantly searching for strange beasts in Tokyo when they suddenly received a report that an abnormality was discovered in a factory area. Then he led everyone to rush over, and found a sleeping 6th-level alien beast king, the Bull Demon King, in a huge warehouse. Without saying a word, he wanted to strangle the Bull Demon King while he was still sleeping. As a result, it didn't last seconds, but it woke up the Bull Demon King. This Bull Demon King was much smarter than the one Lin Jun dealt with last time. When he woke up, it was a lava supercharged cannon that directly blew up everything within a kilometer radius into ruins. At this moment, all the other hidden beasts were awakened. Soon, a large number of strange beasts appeared from downtown Tokyo, and it suddenly became a purgatory on Earth. On the field, those who could fly flew high into the sky. Looking towards the city of Tokyo, they saw flames flashing continuously. Ji Mianlin landed slowly and looked at Jun Lin with complicated eyes. A large number of alien beasts are destroying everywhere in the city. Unexpectedly, everything Lin Jun said was true, but the number of alien beast kings was slightly different than what Lin Jun said. Not 5 or 6, but no less than 10 beast kings of level 5 or above. Lin Jun didn't speak, just nodded. At this time, the mobile phone rang. I picked it up and saw that it was the representative of the Dragon Kingdom who had sent a message to the group, but the location was on a mountain top outside the city wall. A national helicopter would come to pick it up soon, and let all the teachers teach and take it with them. Students pass by. He looked at each other and nodded with Ji Mianlin. Ji Mianlin was about to turn around and stop the student teacher from Mudu University. Lin Jun suddenly said, "Jian Lan, do me a favor." Ji Mianlin turned around and asked curiously, What? Help me bring Shu Yuyu back." Shu Yuyu didn't know what Lin Jun and the two were talking about, so she just stood aside blankly. Ji Mianlin's pupils shrank and she blurted out, "No, this is Sakura country, there is no need for you to stand up." What Ji Mianlin was thinking was that Mr. Lin was a good man and a hero. Now he must want to stand up like he did when there was a black mist crack stronghold in Jinyang City. This is why she has a good impression of Lin Jun. If she were in the Dragon Kingdom, she wouldn't stop it, but this is the Sakura Kingdom and it's not worth it. I have a reason to go, so, please. The two argued for a long time. In the end, Lin Jun could only convince Ji Mianlin by saying that there was a classmate who needed his rescue and ensuring that he had the means to escape. Then you must come back. Boom. At this time, there was an explosion in the center of the arena. The ring cracked open, and a giant beast's head popped out from the middle. The two teams from Beijing University and Magic University immediately stayed away. Fengling and Lu Mei, female professors from Beijing University, rushed forward and protected their students behind them. After Lin Jun saw the message on the giant beast's head, he was shocked. Lava Bull Demon King. Grade: King level crack. Level 7. Attributes: Fire, Earth, Metal. Attack power: 15,000. Defense: 6,500. Life: 1,000,000. Skills: Lava Boost Cannon, Lava Armor, Lava Eruption, Lava Thrust, Lava Flow Gold Cannon, Metallization. Is this the real 7th level Beast King? Lin Jun was very shocked. Perhaps among the people he had met, except for the dragon baby, no one could be its opponent. Of course, he was the one who had taken action among the people he had met. This scene on the field was also broadcast live to all parts of the world through the Lingyuan satellite. It can be said that it immediately shocked people all over the world. After all, not many people have actually seen the 7th level Beast King. Representatives from various countries on the field left with their students one after another. They had no intention of helping. What they thought in their hearts was that it would be best if this 7th level beast could kill a few geniuses from the Dragon Kingdom. This is all because the freshmen of the Dragon Kingdom are so powerful. They are obviously freshmen, but they are fighting at B level or above. Everyone feels scared when they see it. Moo! The Bull Demon King roared angrily, and then climbed out of the ground. Evacuate quickly! The Dragon Kingdom representatives shouted anxiously to the ring below. The 7th level Beast King might be able to defeat it with so many A-level and S-level teachers focusing their fire attacks and sacrificing a few more, but this is completely unnecessary. However, the Bull Demon Emperor seemed reluctant to let Mo Xian and others go. After crawling out of the ground, he kept attacking them. Summon Fire Giant. I saw Feng Ling, a female professor from Beijing University, waving her staff quickly. A huge magic array lit up, and a giant beast slightly smaller than the Bull Demon Emperor came out. If the Bull Demon King is 100 meters tall, then this giant beast is only about 70 meters tall, which is about the same size as the 6th level Bull Demon King. It has a body shape similar to the Hulk, but its head is very big, and its whole body is covered with blazing flames. People in the capital who were watching the live broadcast became excited when they saw this giant flame beast. Look, that's one of Professor Fengeling's most powerful summoning skills. It's spectacular. I don't know how to deal with this 7th level Beast King. Worry. After the flame giant came out, the Bull Demon Emperor's attention was attracted by it. Without saying a word, he looked up to the sky and roared, then rushed over. The flame giant did not retreat because of the giant's size, and roared before facing the Bull Demon King. The two beasts soon collided with each other, and they started punching each other. Seeing that the flame giant and the Bull Demon King were fighting back and forth without falling behind at all, many people breathed a sigh of relief. Hurry up and evacuate. Perhaps this summoning skill is relatively expensive. At this time, Professor Fengeling's face turned slightly pale, but he still ordered to leave. She knew whether she could beat the fire giant. It would be easy to say if it was a level 6, but against a level 7, it would be good to be able to withstand it for a while. Fengeling, are you okay? Lu Mei asked with concern. I'm fine, but my summoned beast won't be able to hold it for long. Let's leave quickly and gather at the target location. The two teachers protected Mo Xian and the others and slowly evacuated outside the stadium. And Mo Xian accidentally saw a familiar figure still in the audience. After a closer look, he found that Mr. Lin was holding a horizontal sword that emitted red light, and he was looking directly at the two giant beasts fighting in the center of the ring. Mo Xian stopped and shouted to the audience, Zheng Lin, what do you want to do? Leave quickly. Well, Fengeling and his group also stopped and followed Mo Xian's gaze to the auditorium above. There is also Lin Jun's figure. After Mo Xian shouted, Lin Jun hid. By the way, I had a headache and put my clothes on inside out. Mo Xian suddenly became furious when she saw that she lay down as soon as she called Lin Jun. This kid is obviously a half-baked superpower user. He doesn't want to run away, but hides when he sees him. Xian, what are you going to do? Leave quickly. Seeing that Mo Xian wanted to jump up to the audience, Fengeling hurriedly grabbed her hand. Others could ignore it, but she must take good care of Mo Xian. Teacher, Mr. Lin is still up there, I want to go. Moo. Before Mo Xian finished speaking, the Bull Demon Emperor, who was wrestling with the giant flame beast, roared angrily. I saw that after punching the flame giant in anger and knocking it back, he raised his palm and immediately condensed a golden energy ball, which quickly hit the flame giant. Boom! The golden energy bomb hit the flame giant, flashed golden light, and exploded directly. The extremely powerful power not only blew the flame giant into pieces, but also caused a wave of air that directly overturned the entire arena. Fortunately, Lu Mei reacted quickly enough and placed a huge wooden shield in front of several people. Everyone who was thrown out of the arena was startled by the huge explosion and looked back. There was no majestic arena, only ruins filled with smoke and dust. The 7th level alien beast king is so terrifying. Zheng Lin, seeing the auditorium reduced to rubble by the air waves, Mo Xian couldn't help but scream. Leave quickly. Seeing the huge figure rushing this way, Professor Fengeling directly dragged Mo Xian and ran out. No, teacher, where is Mr. Lin still? I want to save him. Nonsense. With your current strength, no one can save you. He said, waving his staff again, summon the wind spirit bird. Ah! A giant bird flew out of the magic circle. Without saying a word, Fengeling grabbed Mo Xian and jumped on the back of the giant bird. Everyone, come up. Lu Mei didn't waste any time, just grabbed Lu Ruo and jumped on. The others followed and jumped on. Lift off. The giant bird received the instructions from the wind spirit and directly lifted into the sky. The moment Zhang left, a red energy bomb hit them directly at their original location. Boom! There was another huge explosion. Perhaps seeing the target fleeing, the Bull Demon King roared angrily, opened his huge mouth, and once again condensed a red energy bomb, aiming at the giant bird that was rising into the sky. Teacher, it seems like its target is us. After Mo Xian calmed down, she noticed something strange. Fengeling looked at the energy ball in the Bull Demon King's mouth and felt anxious. In the capital of Dragon Kingdom, in a conference room of a certain base. Snapped. This 7th level Beast King is obviously here for the 2 teams from Beijing University and Magic University. An old man in martial uniform slapped the case and cursed angrily. Yeah, I can see it, but it's beyond our reach now. Another beautiful middle-aged woman wearing a martial uniform had a gloomy look on her face and stared at Mo Xian and others in the video. I hope Wind Spirit's giant bird can increase its attack distance. Hey, that's just when everyone was worried that the Bull Demon Emperor's energy bomb would hit the giant bird in the sky, a figure jumped up into the sky and stood in front of the Bull Demon Emperor. Mo Xian recognized that it was Jun Lin, and her face turned pale. No. At this time, the Bull Demon Emperor's energy ball was also condensed and shot straight into the sky with a pop. Let me see how strong a real 7th level beast is. Ding. It's so strong that it will beat the shit out of you in minutes. Shut up, you. Okay, I'll go and order a funeral dragon for you first. Roll. Look at the roaring red energy ball. Lin Jun held Meteor Luo tightly with both hands. Put it back. Dancing sword shadow. Whoosh whoosh. The densely packed huge golden sword blades directly hit the red energy ball. The speed of the red energy ball struck by the sword energy suddenly stagnated. As this. The person from the black mist crack. It's him. Seeing this move, many people recognized it. This was the mysterious strong man who killed the 7th level Beast King in the online video the day before yesterday. For a time, the Dragon Kingdom was in a state of excitement. Yeah, back it up for me. I saw Lin Jun's slashing speed speeding up again, and the sword energy poured into the red energy ball as if it was no longer blue. The density of this sword energy made everyone's scalp numb. The amount of sword energy pouring out every second is no less than dozens, and it is extremely powerful. Now the energy ball has stagnated and lost its forward momentum. Driven by countless sword energy, it quickly moved back. Die. Lin Jun fought hard to make the last blow, and a huge sword energy directly carried the energy ball and quickly pushed back under the Bull Demon King. The Bull Demon King might have been stunned and had no time to react. Boom. -61,223. There was a huge explosion, bringing with it a series of damage figures. I'll wipe it, is that okay? Lin Jun was a little confused. The Bull Demon Emperor lost so much blood due to these skills. Landing from the sky. Whoosh. Before the smoke and dust dispersed, Lin Jun took advantage of the fall and continued to use the sky landing strike. The body transformed into a shooting star and plunged straight into the smoke. Boom. There was another loud noise. -33,029. Perhaps because of the altitude, the damage was higher than usual. Audiences in front of televisions from various countries were excited to see this scene. This is a battle between a high-level superpower user and a high-level beast king, and you can't see it all the time. Shi Yun, is he Jun Lin? Professor Fengling looked incredulous. Although Jun Lin wore a mask and Mo Xian never called his name after that, they were not fools and could tell from all the signs. At this moment, Lu Mei's face looked as ugly as if she had eaten shit. Is this the boy he squeezed away? Is this old guy Ji, the student who was admitted to Magic University? If the teacher knew about it, he would definitely scold me. For a long time, I have always looked down on old man Ji. His fellow teacher's student. He was already at the peak of S level in his 30s, but old Manji was just as useless as his in-laws, and had been hovering around A level. No, we can't let the teacher know about this. Out of the corner of his eye, he accidentally caught sight of his daughter's admiring gaze, and his heart couldn't help but skip a beat. Oops, bad dish this time. Ahem, Fengling, let's get to the meeting place quickly. Hearing this, Fengling was startled. Isn't this not good? He just blocked the energy ball for us, but we have to leave him alone. That's right, Mom, how could you do this? Lu Ruo said a little dissatisfied. Mo Xian just glanced at Lu Mei and continued to stare at the audience below. Buzz. The ground suddenly trembled. A figure suddenly flew out of the smoke. No need to guess, it is undoubtedly Lin Jun. Boom. The figure hit the city wall on one side, and then smashed out a wooden character. Mo Xian and others' faces were full of worry. Ahem, what a powerful skill. The figure staggered out. On the other side, the smoke dissipated, and the figure of the Bull Demon Emperor slowly walked out. The bull's nose was spitting out smoke, and his scarlet eyes were flashing with anger, staring at Jun Lin. In the office of the principal of the vocational university, Bai Ni and Assistant Shu were staring at the TV screen. This, Mr. Lin can actually withstand the attack of the Bull Demon King. It's simply amazing. When they saw Lin Jun's weapon, Bai and Ni recognized it. After all, only Lin Jun was using the weapon that emitted a faint red light. Bai Ni stared at the stumbling figure on the screen, silent. Back to Jun Lin, as soon as Lin Jun stood up, the Bull Demon Emperor let out a moo sound, opened his mouth wide and condensed an energy ball. Puff! The energy ball rushed out with the anger of the Bull Demon Emperor. Without saying anything, Lin Jun superimposed 2 acceleration skills at once. Then he activated the Crazy Dragon Extreme Shadow and immediately turned into a golden dragon head, avoiding the energy ball. The golden dragon shadow roared towards the Bull Demon Emperor at such a speed that only the phantom of the dragon head could be seen. Within a few breaths, the golden dragon shadow came to the Bull Demon King, and saw the dragon shadow leaping up. Poof! There were several bloody wounds on the Bull Demon King's waist. Before the Bull Demon Emperor could react, Long Ying changed positions again. Okay, so fast, several people in the air couldn't help but sigh. Because in their eyes, they could only see a golden dragon head constantly appearing on the Bull Demon Emperor's waist, legs, chest, etc. And every time it appears, it leaves a few wounds. But the Bull Demon King was like a fool, constantly waving his fists or hitting himself, but he couldn't even touch Jun Lin's hair. People around the world watching the live broadcast were shocked. Is this a speed power? It turns out that even if you are fast enough, you can fight against level 7 beasts. I am also a speed user. I feel like I am useless. Looking at the golden dragon shadows on the back of the giant bird, Mo Xian felt incomprehensible. Suddenly, he recalled that when he awakened his superpower in high school, all his classmates laughed that his superpower could only be used to escape, but now, this superpower can turn the 7th level Beast King around. Poof! The blood volume of the alien Beast King decreases at a speed visible to the naked eye. This also angered the Bull Demon Emperor. He looked up to the sky and roared angrily. Boom! With the Bull Demon Emperor as the center, the energy was repulsed. Anyone who is knowledgeable in front of the TV knows that this Bull Demon King uses an advanced earth skill. As a result, Lin Jun flew out again. Boom! Smashed against the dilapidated city wall again. Lin Jun grimaced in pain. Fortunately, Lin Jun's dragon shadow has the attribute of domination, otherwise he would be disabled this time. Whether it was the people on the back of the giant bird in the sky or the Dragon Kingdom viewers in front of the TV, even if they didn't know who the masked man was, they at least knew he was from the Dragon Kingdom, and they all looked worried. This great guy should be fine. However, seeing the figure crawling out again, I couldn't help but feel relieved. But at this time, the angered Bull Demon Emperor opened his mouth and instantly condensed the energy ball, and fired it in the direction of Jun Lin with a pop. It seems that he has a lot of hatred for Mr. Lin, and even the release speed of his skills is much faster. Boom! Lin Jun wanted to use his strength and jump up. Energy balls come next. Boom! There was a loud noise and a huge fireball exploded, almost burning Jun Lin's butt. Lin Jun cursed secretly. Sword Soul's ultimate move is cooling down. It seems that relying solely on the Sword Soul profession is not enough. SB Storm. Lin Jun decided to use the mechanic skill. Buzz. At high altitude, the storm mecha appeared next to him, and Lin Jun climbed into the cockpit without saying a word. Now that the storm lasts for 5 minutes, time is not so tight anymore, so Lin Jun still plans to experience the feeling of turning on the mecha. But the moment the storm appeared, people all over the world were stunned and confused. Mecha. This person has the same superpower as Beijing University's Rabbit and Little Raccoon. Is this engineering department so sci-fi? Oh my god, why don't you let me awaken an engineering department too? Especially a few people in the air. Rabbit and Little Raccoon. Isn't this the same superpower type as yours? Mo Xian looked at Tu Xiaoli blankly. The rabbit ears on the head of the little rabbit twitched, looking confused. Then he adjusted his glasses and said, maybe. After all, my robot can't fly. Moo. Lin Jun controlled the mecha to dodge another energy ball. Storm. Whoosh. Level 4 Storm already has 6 missiles. Lin Jun didn't bother to save money and just poured it all out. The two machine cannons in his hands continued to pour out spirit bullets, with full firepower. Xiao Li, your engineering department can't be fake, right? Mo Xian said blankly. Indeed, compared with Lin Jun's machine cannon, Tu Xiaoli's weapon seems to have a much lower firepower. Hearing that he was being despised, Tu Xiaoli's charming and naive face was full of dissatisfaction. But he didn't explain anything. He just looked at the mecha, flexibly avoiding the Bull Demon King's counterattack while pouring out ammunition, secretly comparing it in his heart. It seems, there is nothing wrong with this statement. The audience in front of the TV was already a little numb. If before this, everyone recognized the awakening of the summoning system, it would already be a big deal. But now, everyone thinks that this engineering department is the most awesome. At this time, Lin Jun was in the cockpit of the mecha, having a great time. Is this what it feels like to drive a mecha? It's so exciting, isn't it? Changing the pistol to the hand cannon, Lin Jun opened the cockpit and fired at the Bull Demon Emperor. -23,111, a red number flashed out, and the weapon passive was directly activated. The Bull Demon Emperor's blood bar had dropped to 100,000, perhaps because of too many wounds, and he could no longer hold on and fell down. At this time, the storm also entered the countdown. Hey, time flies so fast, I haven't had enough fun yet. Lin Jun was about to unbuckle his seat belt. Bang! Before Lin Jun could jump out, he was directly ejected. After he was ejected, Bao Feng's whole body flashed red, and then he rushed directly towards the fallen Bull Demon King. Boom! With an explosion, everyone could guess that the 7th level alien Beast King had been killed. People all over the world in front of the TV were in an uproar. Seeing a level 7 alien Beast King be killed with your own eyes is an opportunity that doesn't come around all the time. In a conference room somewhere in Dragon Kingdom, seeing the 7th level alien Beast King being killed and falling to the ground, everyone present was a little shocked. Old Yi, this young man's name is Lin Jun, right? He is an old man in Chinese tunic suit. Looking at Commander Xiao Yi, he has a smile on his face. The others didn't know what was going on, so they all looked at Commander Yi. Haha, report to Chief Number 1 that this person is indeed Jun Lin, a freshman at Shanghai Vocational University. Commander Yi did not hide anything and admitted it generously. From killing the Bull Demon King to the Black Mist Stronghold, with the ability of Chief Number 1, it was not a matter of minutes to track down Mr. Lin. Moreover, when Lin Jun proposed it at the meeting in Tokyo yesterday, Mr. Yi was the first to believe it and support it. As soon as Commander Yi finished speaking, the entire conference room was in an uproar. What? Just a freshman? A person who can kill the 7th level alien Beast King is just a student? Isn't this too perverted? When the number 1 leader heard about the Magic Vocational University, he looked a little uncertain and said, well, by the way, the Magic Vocational University is. Yes, it's the school run by the Qigong master Bai Lin. As soon as Yi Lao mentioned Bai Lin, the noisy conference room immediately fell silent. Chief Number 1 was silent for a while, and then looked at a beautiful female general on the side. Who is investigating the cause of Bai Lin's death? The female general stood up and said, Number 0 is responsible for the investigation, but we don't have any clues yet. Hey, leader Number 1 sighed lightly, and then continued to ask, is Number 3 responsible for perfecting the Qigong practice method? Yes, the progress was sent on the 3rd a while ago. It is now 70% complete and will probably be sent to the headquarters soon. Yeah, Chief Number 1 nodded. At this time, the female general looked at Commander Yi, and then said, Old Chief, I have a request, and I hope it will be approved. Oh, tell me. Commander Yi had a bad feeling in his heart when the female general looked at him. Really? The female general said, I request that Mr. Lin be transferred to our group. Before Number 1 could say anything, Commander Yi quickly stood up and refused. No. I don't agree. Team Leader Long, you are going too far. I haven't even warmed up Mr. Lin yet, and you are about to snatch it away. This is unreasonable. The female general had a charming smile on her face. Mr. Yi, I am also doing this to put the blade to practical use. As for the mutated beasts on the front line, letting Mr. Lin stay there is really overkill. Mr. Yi was choked immediately. This is also true. The mutant beasts dealt with by the frontline military zone are basically 5th and 6th level crack beasts. Apart from being large in number, they are not very powerful. That's what I said, but Mr. Lin has not long since joined our frontline military region and has not contributed anything. You are about to leave. It's a big loss for me. The female general smiled bitterly and shook her head. Why didn't she understand that Mr. Yi was asking for benefits? Mr. Yi, let's do this. Whenever you need help in the future, I will try my best to support you. Is that okay? Haha, okay, then I agree. But Lin Jun still didn't know that he had been betrayed by Mr. Yi. In my mind, the moment the Bull Demon Emperor's blood bar was cleared, a system prompt sounded. Ding. Successfully kill the 7th level Beast King, and obtain experience. After landing safely, Lin Jun was stunned when he saw the system information. What happened? Doesn't the 7th level Beast King drop epic weapons? Wouldn't it be possible to only change legendary weapons? After thinking for a while, Mr. Lin jumped on the head of the Bull Demon Emperor and began to dig out the crystal core. High in the sky, looking at Jun Lin who was digging for crystal cores, Mo Xian couldn't help but slightly raise the corners of his mouth, showing a rare smile. Shi Yun, do you know this person? Long Zan noticed from the beginning that Mo Xian's expression would change according to the battle of the figure below. If he didn't know that there was something going on between Mo Xian and that person, then he would be a fool. I don't know you. Mo Xian came back to her senses, and faced everyone's curious and expectant eyes. She denied it calmly. Professor Fengeling seemed to sense that something was wrong in the atmosphere, and had no intention of speaking out. Long Zan's eyes were gloomy, and he felt annoyed as he watched Mo Xian say nothing. He always felt like his head was a little green. Where are the others? They're gone, Lu Ruo exclaimed. Everyone hurriedly took a look. Sure enough, there was only a blood hole on the head of the Bull Demon Emperor, and Jun Lin's figure was indeed missing. Mo Xian said anxiously, Teacher, quickly, fly down. Okay. No. Before Professor Fengeling could finish speaking, a boy stopped him immediately. When Mo Xian saw it was Long Zan, she was immediately furious. Long Zan ignored her burning eyes and looked at Professor Fengeling. Teacher, can't you see that this Beast King is obviously coming for us? So it's better not to take risks. Hearing this, everyone suddenly fell silent. Long Zan, how dare you? Mo Xian shouted angrily. Dee. At this time, the pendant hanging around Tu Xiaoli's neck beeped a few times. Then Tu Xiaoli supported the frame of the mirror, looked at Mo Xian and said, the higher-ups have ordered us to leave as soon as possible and leave Mr. Lin alone. How is it possible? Mo Xian sat down weakly like a deflated rubber ball. That's what it says. Professor Fengeling patted her shoulder and sighed helplessly. Then he commanded the giant bird to fly outside the city. Mo Xian could only look at the smoke-filled Tokyo city in the distance. Her eyes were red, and a few crystal tears fell from her face. Jun Lin, you have to come back alive. Chapter 101. When Lin Jun came to the city, he saw a scene that was 100 times more tragic than that in Jinyang City. There are countless 5th and 6th level fisher beasts, destroying them at will. As long as they see a living person, whether they are adults or children, they will swarm up and tear them apart. The streets have become a purgatory on earth. As for those 5th and 6th level beast kings, whenever they see a building taller than their waist, they will blast it with an energy cannon. Although there are many high-level superpowers to deal with, there are so many of these superhuman beast kings. Mr. Lin did not participate in their battle and deliberately stayed away from people. Then he took out his pistol and began to harvest ordinary beasts of level 5 and 6. Whenever you see a dense one, summon the Viper Cannon to do a wave of harvesting. Less than an hour later, the system upgrade prompt came into my mind. Ding. Kill the 5th level crack beast and obtain experience. Ding. Congratulations on the successful upgrade. The current level is B level mid-level. Finally upgraded, it's great to have more monsters. Lin Jun sighed. At the moment of upgrading, Lin Jun felt that he was a lot stronger again. When he clicked on it, he found that this time all basic attributes increased by 350 points, and only the attributes also increased by 350 points. Does this mean that after level B, there will be a qualitative leap in strength with each level up? No wonder the book says that after level B, there is a huge difference every time you advance one level. Add 50 attribute points to spirit, and add the remaining 150 to strength and intelligence. Anyway, just add points to skill attacks and basic attacks in a balanced manner. Click on the personal panel. Character: Lin Jun. Rank: Gold and Silver 1 star, 355,000. Age: 18. Occupation: Mechanic, Sword Soul. Strength: B level mid-level, 501,500 W. Lingyuan: 11500-11500. Power: Speed, Legs. Weapon Column 1. Meteor Fall plus 1-1. Weapon Column 2. Lava Roar plus 10. Attack Power: 3,700 plus 4,500. Skill Attack Power: 3,650 plus 4,500. Strength: 1,500 plus 50. Spirit: 1,150. Intelligence: 1,450 plus 50. Agility: 850. Stamina: 850. Skill. The attack power has exceeded 8,000, and Lin Jun feels that he can easily defeat 10,000 Lu Xiaoluo now. With his current attributes, Lin Jun is sure that his attack power is definitely higher than Li Wenhao's S level. In other words, Lin Jun, with his B level mid-level strength, is much higher than Li Wenhao, an S level junior. But compared to the little girl Long Baobao, she is more than half lower. Lin Jun even had some doubts that the little monster, Baby Dragon, might have a real combat power of more than 20,000. After exiting the panel, Lin Jun did not stop and continued to wander on the dead street. In other words, the streets of Tokyo at this moment explain what the end of the world is. The corpses of countless alien beasts were mixed with human body parts, and there was blood everywhere. Perhaps for mankind, the end of the world has just begun. As for the lens of the Lingyuan satellite, after the figure who killed the 7th level alien beast king was lost, the lens was transferred to various parts of Tokyo City, and the apocalyptic appearance of the entire Tokyo City was broadcast to TV screens around the world. Various comments have exploded on the internet. Netizen 1. How could this happen? This is a city with a population of 5 to 6 million. Netizen 2. It's so terrible. What should we do if it happens in our city? Netizen 3. Didn't our Jinyang city be attacked once a few months ago? What do you think we should do? Holy Mother 1-inch wow. Why don't our Dragon Kingdom go to support them? They are so pitiful. Netizen. Mother upstairs, why don't you die? Doesn't your conscience hurt when you say this? Holy Mother 2. Brothers upstairs, that's a bit too much. After all, we are all human beings. We have so many superpowers graduating every year. What's wrong with sending some people to support them? Netizen 5. Holy Mother upstairs, you look like a rubbish superpower who never went to college, or an ordinary person. Haven't you noticed that all superpowers in college disappear for 3 years after they graduate? Netizen 6. Hey, I feel weird when you say that. Netizen 8. Because they all went to the front line and worked hard to protect us who are typing keyboards at home. Netizen 9. Frontline. Where did the front line come from? Beep. ... As soon as netizens mentioned the front line, the keyword was suddenly blocked. But Lin Jun didn't know all this. At this time, he is constantly looking for strange beasts. As for the survivors, he will save those who can be saved. He is too lazy to care about those who cannot be saved. However, the survivors are also very few. Among these 5th and 6th level beast-splitting beasts, they are very sensitive. According to the sense of smell, those who can survive are those with some strength. As for ordinary people, they are basically one bite at a time. Anyway, the current Tokyo City is dozens of times more tragic than the zombie apocalypse in the movie. After all, a wall cannot stop the power of a skill of a level 5 crack beast. Lin Jun slowly swept the area, and when he came to a crossroads, he happened to encounter a level 5 Frost Wolf King. At this time, it was constantly bombarding the surrounding high-rise buildings. It seemed that any building taller than it was an eyesore. Lin Jun saw with his own eyes that there were countless white-collar office workers in a building, buried alive in the rubble, not knowing whether they were dead or alive. When the Frost Wolf King was about to continue destroying the next building, he suddenly saw Jun Lin walking slowly on the street. The Scarlet Eyes were stunned, and then they aimed the ice blast bombs condensed in their mouths directly at Lin Jun and bombarded him. This level 5 Beast King is more difficult for Mr. Lin than farming an elite monster. Facing the incoming ice bombs, Lin Jun rushed over with his knife. Crazy Dragon Ji Ying. Roar. The dragon shadow was extremely fast. It rubbed the air and made a sound similar to a dragon's roar. It avoided the trajectory of the ice bomb and rushed to the Wolf King in an instant. Puff 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 puff. Minus 24,021. Minus 25,948. ... Several strings of damage numbers soared, and the Wolf King fell to the ground with unwillingness in his eyes. Both are at the 5th level, and Jun Lin can kill him instantly as long as he clears the blood bar of the alien Beast King. This is a bug in the gamification of the system. If it were another S level, even if it had the same attack power as Mr. Lin, it wouldn't necessarily be able to kill this strange Beast King instantly. Jumped on the Wolf King's head and dug out the crystal core. It was a crystal core glowing with snow-white cold light. This is the ice attribute crystal core. I heard it is quite valuable. Lin Jun said to himself. The ice attribute belongs to the mutation system. It is difficult to buy this level 5 ice attribute crystal core without tens of millions of dragon coins on the market. Putting the crystal core into his bag, Lin Jun wanted to continue looking for the next lone Beast King. But at this moment, the ground suddenly trembled. Then I saw a group of men and women coming here. Judging from the faces of this group of people, they were obviously very panicked. When he saw this group of people clearly, Lin Jun was a little confused. What a coincidence, meeting an acquaintance. At this time, Vice Colonel Wang, covered in blood and looking extremely embarrassed, hurriedly ran toward the intersection with the support of Minako and another woman. Mr. Lin was a little confused at first, but when he saw a golden message box at the back, he immediately cursed loudly. My darn thing. Lin Jun turned around and ran away without saying a word. There was nothing I could do about it. The message in the gold frame scared Mr. Lin to the point of peeing. He wished he could grow a 4th leg. Thunder Crocodile Dragon King. Grade. Epic Crack. Level 8. Attributes. Fire, Earth, Thunder. Attack power. 35,000. Defense. 15,000. Life. 5 million. Skills. Flame Bombs, Flame Blast Cannon, Thunder Bombs, Thunder Cannon, Earth Rumble. This attribute scares me to death. I didn't expect that the 8th level Beast King would come out. It was obvious that he was going to destroy Sakura country. Not even 2 or 3 baby dragons of this 8th level alien Beast King can handle it. With his own attack power of more than 8,000, he can probably break through the defense. After running for an unknown amount of time, it felt like he still couldn't get rid of this 8th level Beast King, so Mr. Lin couldn't help but look back. What the hell? At this sight, Lin Jun couldn't help but scold her. No wonder after running for so long, the alien Beast King was still chasing after him. Emotional Minako and the others kept following him wherever he ran. I asked you, can you please stop following me and run separately? Wouldn't the chance of survival be greater? Minako was a little surprised, looking at this strange man wearing a mask and clothes backwards. And why does this voice seem familiar? It still speaks Longguo dialect. Minako and the others, except for her and the half-dead Vice Colonel Wang who could understand Dragon Mandarin, the rest were a little confused and didn't know what the masked man was talking about. What are you talking about? We were originally going to run this way, but who ran away with you? Minako said angrily. Lin Jun didn't know there would be such a coincidence, so he didn't bother to pay attention to them. So, I planned to turn right at the intersection ahead. As a result, at the intersection ahead, Lin Jun turned right, and then found that Minako and the others also turned right. Now Mr. Lin was not happy. You guys are so stupid. You're still following me. Minako was also a little angry and glared at him. What do you mean? We were going this way, but you insisted on running with us. Yo-ho, this little still dares to talk back. If I insist on stripping her naked, hanging her up and beating her. At this time, the system suddenly bubbled again. Hearing the system's sarcastic remarks, Mr. Lin stopped talking. Get out of here, didn't you see the big guy behind you? Why don't you think of a solution quickly? Hiss. Good guy, I've got all the 8th level Beast Kings for you. Obviously the system is not always online, otherwise I wouldn't think it was Mr. Lin who did it. And judging by its tone, it sounds like there shouldn't be an 8th level crack beast king now. Lin Jun replied. Did I do this? It's important to find a way to escape. It's okay, someone will solve it. Lin Jun was a little surprised when the system said this. Soon, the facts answered Lin Jun's doubts. A stream of light flew quickly from the front, and Minako and others suddenly exclaimed in excitement. It's Grandpa here. Great, it's the head of the family. Even the half-dead Vice Colonel Wang Shimakawa Nanichiro woke up in a daze and murmured, it's father. The streamer passed by and then stopped on top of a telephone pole. Only then did Lin Jun see the man's appearance clearly. He is a white-haired old man with a Mediterranean bun on his head. He is wearing a samurai uniform, wearing wooden clogs, and has 3 samurai swords wrapped around his waist. He looks like a bit of a master. At this time, the lens of Lingyuan satellite also captured this scene. After all, the movements of the 8th level alien beast king can still be easily captured by satellites. Among the older generation, many people still recognized this old samurai man. Is this Shimakawa Kentaro? This old guy is not dead yet. Did he break through to the SSS level? It's unlikely. As far as I know, he is just a wind power user. It is impossible for an ancient martial power user with a single attribute to break through the SSS level. If he is not SSS level, how dare he deal with this 8th level alien beast king alone? When Minako walked away and turned around, she saw this weirdo tinkering with something, and then looked at him in confusion as he sat into a basket. Aha, Shanghai University of Finance and Economics, President's Office. It turns out that the great God is here too. It turns out that the fool is myself. The representative teacher of the beautiful country, a blonde girl, noticed that Gail's face was gloomy. Although Lin Jun didn't understand what he was talking about, he could guess what he was talking about when he saw Minako and the others moving away. Minako, take your uncle to hide. Is this the power of the engineering department? It's so cute, I love it. Asshole, it's him, Kentaro said calmly to Minako. I don't know if the satellite lens was intentional, but it also gave a close-up shot of Lin Jun's act. Old Man Ji was already putting on Lu Mei's shoes in the principal's office. So, without saying anything, he took out his folding basket from his bag, and there were several stalkers in it. Minako and others were dumbfounded for a moment. Because it also felt that there was a dangerous aura about the old man. Haha, this basket is so joyful. What's wrong with Gale? Do you know him? Is this person a fool? Everyone knows that a war is about to break out, but you still have the intention to play house here. The 8th level alien beast king scratched his head with his claws and looked at Junlin, who was rising into the air with a curious look on his face. Oh, the engineering department is a bit interesting. The blonde girl licked her red lips and stared at the figure squatting in the basket with great interest. Woo, I also want to awaken the engineering department. Teacher, you saw it. This was the student I finally found, but Lu Mei drove him away. This is a genius who can kill the 7th level crack beast king. The principal of Magic University stared at the screen and kept tapping his hand on the desk. No matter how old Mr. G jumped, he had no intention of making a sound. And a blonde student gritted his teeth when he saw the stalker. He will remember those metal balls that almost killed him until his death. Yeah, I almost died under the attack of those metal balls in Jinyang City. Just as he was about to give a reminder, the next moment, the masked man snapped his fingers, and several metal balls buzzed up from the ground, dragging the baskets up into the sky. At the scene, after seeing the arrival of the Shimakawa family leader, the 8th level beast king also looked at him. Anyone who recognizes the old man in front of the screen and on the internet is discussing it. However, he has never seen an SS-level master fight, and he doesn't want to miss this opportunity to watch. If there is a chance to talk, he is also willing to steal someone's head or something. On a mountaintop more than 10 kilometers away, representatives from various countries gathered here and watched this scene using satellite phones. The audience in front of the screen was stunned for a while. Kentaro was also a little confused. This was the first time he had seen this kind of operation. At the scene, after Mr. Lin flew hundreds of meters into the air, Kentaro and the 8th level Beast King also looked away, both looking at it as if they were having fun before the battle. The golden pupils of the 8th level Beast King reflected Kentaro's old reflection. The 8th level Beast King, apart from not being able to speak human words, has the same intelligence as a human being. After the Beast King took a deep breath, he quickly rushed to Kentaro, raised his paw and then brought it down. Boom! A paw print was found at Kentaro's original location, and Kentaro's figure had long since disappeared. Wind flow. Brush. Kentaro's figure appeared on the top of the Beast King's head, and he quickly pulled out a sword, and a foggy white half-moon-shaped sword energy struck the Crocodile King's head. Puff! Ouch! The Crocodile King roared in pain. The claws quickly condensed a blue-white energy ball and shot directly to the top of the head. Kentaro turned away at a speed that was invisible to the naked eye, and also counterattacked at an extremely fast speed. Falling leaves flow. Swish! Kentaro drew his sword very quickly, and struck out countless sword blades at once. All of a sudden, many wounds were left on the Beast King's body. High in the sky, Lin Jun was extremely shocked. Although there is no damage figure, it can be seen from the blood bar of the alien Beast King's status bar that he has lost hundreds of thousands of blood after just 2 moves. It can be seen from this that the old man's attack power is at least 30,000. As one man and one beast fought, the fighting became more intense, and the surrounding buildings were basically reduced to ruins. The battle between the 8th level and the SS level is beyond the scope of ordinary combat. Each skill can blow up a large area into a big crater. Although Kentaro has the advantage of speed and can cause a lot of damage to Crocodile King's skills are basically high-power skills. As long as one of the skills hits, Kentaro will not feel comfortable. From high in the sky, Lin Jun watched the battle below. It has to be said that Kentaro and Vice Colonel Wong use the same moves, but they have different powers. It's just that the 8th level Crack Beast King is not a vegetarian. It has high attack strength and strong defense, coupled with its IQ not lower than that of a human being. The battle with Kentaro quickly entered a stalemate. After checking that there were no other 8th level Beast Kings except this 8th level alien Beast King, Mr. Lin didn't waste time here. If you pay attention to the people around Lin Jun, you will find more and more spherical drones in the sky. That's right, Lin Jun planned to use the obscene style to steal people's heads from the beginning. After all, stealing people's heads is what he likes to do the most. According to his estimation, even if the old man Shimakawa could really kill this 8th level Beast King, his own spiritual energy would be exhausted, and he would not be able to compete with him for the 8th level Crystal Core. Boom! Just when Lin Jun was thinking about how to grab the head, there was a sudden loud explosion on the ground, and a huge fireball exploded. Lin Jun was so frightened that he immediately came out of his thoughts. Is it them? 5 men in red robes and black robes suddenly appeared on the ground, standing on the shoulders of the 8th level Beast King. The hoods of the 2 men in red robes were pushed up high, which looked extremely strange. However, Lin Jun saw that these 2 people were carrying a black information box. Messenger of Strange Demon. Level: Elite Alien. Grade: Grade A. Attribute: Fire. Attack power: 15,000. Defense: 5,000. Life: 500,000. Skills: Fire Bombs, Flame-Shaped Cannon, Meteor Fire Rain. Alien Warlock. Level: Elite Alien. Grade: Grade A. Attributes: Summoning, Beast Control, Earth. Attack power: 12,000. Mr. Lin had lost several empty bottles of the special soul reviving potion. I don't know if the people below are stupid, but no one noticed that there are more and more black spots in the sky, and the number has now reached more than 500. Jun Lin, who was eating melon, didn't know that he had been targeted. He was still calling the stalker in the air while observing the situation below. There is nothing we can do about it. There are some things that if ordinary people know about, it will only cause panic. They are actually some A-level elite monsters from another world. Their attributes are almost as good as those of the 7th level Crack Beast King. But the fighting spirit remained unabated, and he looked at the opponent with cold eyes. Everyone looked solemn after seeing those people in red robes. The man in red robes standing on the head of the Crocodile King just laughed strangely when he saw this. What Lin Jun and the others didn't know was that after these 5 people appeared, the TV network for ordinary people had been cut off from the live broadcast of Lingyuan satellite. Now, only governments and some special groups of people can see the scene arrive. Just thinking about it made Lin Jun break into a cold sweat. Just like the hilltop where teams from various countries gather. After seeing the information about the warlock, Mr. Lin finally figured out how this strange beast in Tokyo came from. It was really abnormal. An A-level warlock equivalent to the 6th level could actually contract the 8th level strange beast king and summon it to this world. HMPH. Regardless of whether they are involved or not, your dragon protection team will come up with a plan as soon as possible. I want the Nangsing group to disappear from this world, even if there is a war with his Nanbang country. After a while, Chief Number 1 spoke up. Have you found out that the incident in Jinyang City was caused by Nanbang Kingdom and those people? In fact, it is not that no one has noticed. Those with special network permissions have also noticed it long ago. If an SSS-level alien beast king comes, who in this world can deal with it? Think about how many people our Dragon Kingdom has to sacrifice every year in order to defend the front line. They don't even send support, but they dare to attack our people. Do you really think our country can't allocate troops to deal with them? He secretly thought, although he didn't know why he summoned so many spherical robots, and he was taking advantage of so many experts, but with his courage, he must be included in the selection of candidates for this action. Gale's face was extremely gloomy, his teeth clenched. Lin Jun has always been worried about the invasion of the alien world. After seeing these two alien demons, Lin Jun knew that what he worried about had happened. Jia. You are Sakura's #1 swordsman, that's all. Life. 500,000. In a base conference room somewhere in the capital of Dragon Kingdom. Mr. Lin was surprised that this strange man in red robe actually spoke Longguo dialect. As he spoke, he looked at Lin Jun, who was eating melons from a basket suspended in the air on the screen. Defense. 3,500. It is estimated that the huge explosion just now was caused by the strange demon messenger. After the smoke and dust dissipated, Kentaro pushed aside a cement board and stumbled out, his clothes in tatters and looking extremely embarrassed. It's the chief. Our team is currently selecting the team members. It won't take long before they can go to the South Base country for implementation. Skills. Summon, Time and Space Summon, Beast Control Contract, Earth Thrust, Quicksand, Earth Explosion Bomb. The female general stood up and replied, reporting to the head, from the information reported by each team, it is indeed the Nangsing group that is involved. As for whether their government is involved, no conclusive evidence can be found yet. Looking at this information, Lin Jun felt his scalp numb. Kentaro said calmly, Baga. How can a group of mice who only do small things secretly behind the scenes have the right to say this? Ji Mianlin had seen the power of Lin Jun's stalker, or her foreign friend Gale had personally experienced it. At this moment, both of them just felt their scalps numb. Lin Jun was surprised. He didn't expect that the old man Shimakawa could also speak Longguo. The blonde saw how Gale was trembling when he saw these spherical robots. She didn't know whether she was angry or frightened. Gale, what's wrong with you? Teacher, this almost killed me with this thing. Oh, the blonde was slightly surprised. She knew about Gale's perverted attributes, but she didn't expect that she would almost fall under these spherical robots. I couldn't help but become more curious about this mysterious man. The other side, Xiao Li, do you know what those spherical robots are for? Mo Xian, like a curious cat, couldn't help but ask the professional Tu Xiaoli. Tu Xiaoli raised his eyebrows and adjusted his glasses. If my guess is correct, those spherical robots are all suicide bombers. Bomb, hiss, isn't this, tisk, tisk, so scary? Everyone gasped when they got what they thought was a definite answer from a professional. There are hundreds of them. What will happen if they all explode? This engineer is too perverted. And when Mr. Lin kept calling for stalkers, the two men in red and black robes, after arguing with Kentaro for a while, were also ready to take action. It can be heard from their conversation that Kentaro seems to know the existence of these strange demons. It's just that he never paid attention, but he didn't expect that these strange demons would attack their Sakura kingdom first. Baga, you weirdos deserve to die. Choking, I saw Kentaro pull out two swords at once, double sword style. Thump thump. Kentaro was not afraid of the crowd on the opposite side and rushed towards the opposite side at extremely fast speed. Jia, how brave. The strange demon messenger laughed strangely, and then looked at the others. Everyone come together, and the first swordsman of Sakura will stay here today. Yes. Roar. After the four beasts answered, they took their respective positions, with the 8th level Beast King as the main force, and the others as assistants. Boom boom. Phew. For a moment, Kentaro's figure flashed, various supernatural powers were on the scene, sword energy flew around, and the battle was extremely fierce. Although he faced many people, Kentaro was not at a disadvantage. Lin Jun had to sigh. Old man Sakura Shimakawa deserved his title as the best swordsman. Crocodile King's strength was not inferior to him, and now he had to face the assistance of two alien demons whose strength was equivalent to the peak of S class. As for the other three, their strength is no more than that of an ordinary S class, and they are probably traitors from the human race from the Nanbang country, not counting them for the time being. However, there will always be times when people are out of blue, and Old Man Shimakawa is no exception. He is just a normal attribute user with a limited amount of spiritual energy. After fighting for so long, there is no rejuvenation potion to replenish it. Just for a moment, Kentaro's spiritual martial arts and skills were released after a long time, and they all relied on swordsmanship to fight. Slowly, from the calm response at the beginning, it became more and more difficult. Haha, Kentaro, your qualifications are your weakness. This is also the key to your inability to break through the SSS level. After being teased by the strange demon messenger, the old man Shimakawa's expression became obviously ugly. The strange demon was right, this was originally a thorn in his heart. With his talent in martial arts, he should have entered the SSS level long ago. What is hateful is that just because he has only awakened an ordinary wind attribute ability, and his qualifications are still inferior, there is no hope for him to be promoted to the SSS level. Thinking of this, I felt sad. What's the point of researching and developing many spiritual martial arts skills? In the end, I couldn't even break through the SSS level. Among his peers, not only has he been promoted to the SSS level, but even the principal of the Magic University, who is a generation younger than him, is said to be promoted to the SSS soon. Thinking of this, old man Shimakawa felt extremely angry, and his eyes were suddenly filled with madness. Ah, it's not fair. This is so unfair. You all deserve to die. Die to me. Buzz. Suddenly, bursts of energy surged within a radius of 5 kilometers. I saw the old man Shimakawa pull out the third katana and merge the three swords into one. The gray-white wind energy was like fire, burning all over his body. Not to mention the 5 people and 1 beast below, even a rookie like Lin Jun knew that this was a life-threatening move. Minako and others hiding in the distance were already in tears. Grandfather, master, father, no. As if Kentaro had lost his mind, he kept pouring spiritual energy into the knife in his hand. The gray flames around him grew bigger and bigger, reaching 5 or 6 meters high. Let the Crocodile King go up. The strange demon messenger felt that he was in danger and immediately gave the order to the strange demon warlock. Yes, drink. The warlock clasped his hands together and chanted an incomprehensible spell. Because Crocodile King felt in danger, as soon as his eyes regained some clarity, he was controlled by the alien warlock again. His eyes flashed red, and he stood fearlessly in front of the 5 people. Roar. Opening his mouth wide, a blue-red energy ball began to condense. Buzz. Old man Shimakawa's whole body was surging with energy, and he had finished gathering energy, but his face was obviously a bit older. Ultimate flow. Wind of sorrow. The huge blue energy ball of the Crocodile King has also been condensed. Puff. With a bang, the energy ball shot directly towards Kentaro. Drink. Kentaro Shimakawa swung his sword directly to the ground, and a gray-white energy wave shot out from the sword. Call. Everything in front of Kentaro Shimakawa was reduced to ashes under the huge fan-shaped energy storm. Even the huge blue and red energy ball was instantly destroyed by this huge gray-white energy storm. Roar. The Crocodile King howled in pain and was drowned in this huge energy storm. The light was so dazzling that even Mr. Lin, who was high in the sky, had to close his eyes. This scene shocked everyone from all walks of life who could connect to the Lingyuan satellite. Old Shimakawa is indeed worthy of his reputation as a genius. Pity. People who knew Kentaro Shimakawa couldn't help but feel sorry for him. Many people understand that if this move is used, Kentaro Shimakawa will run out of gas. After more than 10 breaths, the energy storm finally disappeared. Lin Jun slowly opened his eyes and looked down. There was so much smoke and dust below that he could not clearly see the situation below, but Mr. Lin knew that the Crocodile King was not dead. Because he saw on the golden information box that the health bar still had a value of hundreds of thousands. Even the information boxes of the two strange demons had hundreds of thousands of health points. But we also know from this that the old man Daochuan's ultimate move is indeed awesome, and it can deal tons of damage to the Crocodile King at once, which he can't do anyway. I just don't know whether old Shimakawa is dead or alive. After a while, a gentle breeze blew by, and the diffuse smoke slowly dissipated. Only then did he see the situation below clearly. This pit can't be fake. Lin Jun complained immediately when he saw a huge fan-shaped pit first came into view. At this time, there was originally a ruins of the city below. At this moment, all that can be seen is the huge fan-shaped pit that seems to have been repaired. It is visually estimated that the depth is at least 10 meters and the width is more than 500 meters. If it is long, it only extends to the front of the Crocodile King. Speaking of the Crocodile King, it was covered in wounds at the moment and was extremely embarrassed, looking like it was about to lose its balance. After seeing clearly, I found that except for the two strange demons, the other 3 of the 5 people could not even see the gray. This ultimate move is awesome. Lin Jun couldn't help but admired. Looking at the position of Kentaro Shimakawa, the figure fell to the ground, his old face was ashen, it seemed that he was lifeless, and the 3 katana swords in his hands were broken into pieces and scattered on the ground. A hero who was before the world changed suddenly fell, which has to be lamented. Ha ha, ahem, ha ha. There was a burst of crazy laughter, accompanied by a cough. The strange demon messenger jumped on the Crocodile King's shoulders and looked up to the sky with a smile. Then, as if he knew the lens of the Lingyuan satellite, he smiled at the camera and said, haha. Did you see that? Today's Shimakawa is your future, and you alone cannot stop the alien demons from taking over the world. Alien beasts, kill as much as you like now and enjoy the carnival of killing. Roar. Alien beasts and alien beast kings were roaring crazily all over Tokyo. The moment Kentaro Shimakawa fell to the ground, the alien beasts in the sea began to attack various coastal cities in Sakura country. Although they were all local elite alien beasts, they were large in number. I don't know why, but no country plans to send troops to support, and I don't blame other countries for being cruel. In this world, every country has a hard book to read. Just like the Dragon Kingdom, with the power of one country, it has to withstand millions or even tens of millions of strange beasts in the Arctic. It can't even mobilize troops to settle accounts with the Nanbang Kingdom. It's over. The Shimakawa family is over. The Sakura Kingdom is over. Cough. Shimakawa Nanjiro, who was seriously injured, looked as if he were alive. Then he thought of something and grabbed Minako, who was also as if alive. Minako, take Haruko and escape with you. For the sake of the continuation of the Shimakawa family, you must live well. No, uncle, let's go together to find my father, uncle and the others. Woo, brother Chi, if you don't leave, I won't leave either. The female ninja wearing a ninja uniform and shorts and fishnet stockings cried and shook her head in refusal. Shimakawa Nanjiro smiled bitterly and shook his head, none of us will leave. Bushido does not allow us to retreat. We can only fight with the enemy until the last moment with the honor of the family and the spirit of Bushido. This is a family motto. It was true 100 years ago, and it is true now. Minako burst into tears and kept shaking her head. No, I won't leave. If it's just us, where else can we go? Obey. You go to Long Country. Principal Bai has agreed to let you continue studying. Haruko, just go to vocational college and apply for a tutor. Minako was surprised, but she didn't expect that her uncle had already arranged it for her. Let's go. Kisalong staggered to his feet because he saw a large group of strange beasts rushing towards him. Uncle, brother 7. The 2 women looked reluctant to leave, but thinking of carrying the family's mission, they could only leave step by step. Ah, Shimakawa wind current. ... On the other side, the 2 alien demons were extremely proud at the moment. As long as Shimakawa Kentaro dies, the rest of the SS-level Sakura Kingdom will not be a concern. As long as the Crocodile King recovers from his injuries, this island country will fall into their hands. At that time, they will rely on this island country as a base to gradually attack other countries and occupy the world. At that time, his little messenger will be appreciated by the queen, and then he will soar into the sky and become the queen's subordinate. Thinking of this, the strange demon messenger couldn't help but look up to the sky and smile again. But this time when he looked up to the sky, he saw a scene that made his hair stand on end. When did there become so many black spots? Yes, he saw a dense group of small black dots on the sky at some unknown time, estimated to be no less than a few thousand. Only then did he wake up. He immediately looked at the masked man who was picking his nose in the air and snapping his fingers. I couldn't help but feel a tremor in my heart. Yes, there is also this fool who can kill the 7th level Beast King. I don't know if the current Crocodile King can beat him. I almost forgot about this. The strange demon messenger immediately shouted to the strange demon warlock, Shama. Quickly summon the 6th level strange beast kings from everywhere, quickly. The warlock didn't know why. Mr. Messenger, this can't be done. The others are currently trying to contain those S-level superpowers. If we summon them all. Asshole, forget about that garbage for now, look at the sky. When the warlock heard this, he looked up and saw the scene in the sky, which gave him goosebumps. Although I don't know what those things are, I feel like they are very powerful. Immediately he hurriedly recited the incantation. Buzz. 7 rune magic circles immediately appeared around them, and then 4 bull demon kings and 3 6th level wolf kings emerged from the magic circle. If the SS class saw this formation, they would have to run away. Seeing this, Mr. Lin in the air was frightened and staggered. I'll wipe it. You think too highly of me. I calculated secretly and found that since the suicide drones have a 10-second cooldown time, only 200 to 300 have been summoned, and there are more than 4,000 stalkers. Because the warlock summoned these 7-headed 6th-level alien beast kings, the pressure on the S-level supernatural beings in Sakura Kingdom was relieved, and many people were indirectly saved. But what Junlin is facing now is a formation of 7 6th-level beast kings, 2 strange demons, and 1 8th-level beast king. Everyone in front of the screen and those who knew Junlin couldn't help but feel worried. But Lin Jun stood up from the basket, holding the meteors in his hands, with a dark background of stalkers, looking extremely confident. People from other worlds, today I will destroy you on behalf of mankind. The strange demon's purple eyes, covered by his hood, stared at Junlin high in the sky. HMPH, I can see that your strength is only B level, but I don't know what means you can use to surpass the level and kill the 7th level alien beast king, but I guess your strength cannot be used for a long time. I wipe it, is your statement. I guess there are no bullets in your gun, the same as, I guess there are no bullets in your gun. But, Lin Jun looked at his Sword Soul ultimate move and saw that the cooldown time had been cleared, and he suddenly felt reassured. Hey, but you will be disappointed. Yeah, you guessed it right, but unfortunately, there is no reward. HMPH, kill him. The strange demon snorted coldly and gave the order to the strange beast kings. Buzzing, red and white lights lit up, and the 7 beast kings began to condense energy bombs. They all had long-range skills, so it was not difficult to deal with high-altitude targets. Lin Jun calmly imitated a certain female mechanic in his previous life and adjusted his non-existent glasses. Mechanical combat begins. Whoosh! Hundreds of suicide drones were the first to attack. Then Lin Jun raised his hand and snapped his fingers. Air support. Buzz. High in the sky, a huge rune array suddenly lit up, and a huge engine roar came from the sky above Tokyo. Immediately, a huge triangular black shadow appeared on the ground, as if it was blocking the sky and the sun. Oh my god, what is this? This is impossible. Whether it was the aliens, the survivors in Tokyo, or everyone in front of the screen, they were all shocked by this huge plane. Xiao Li, can you also summon this giant plane? Mo Xian was a little stuttered when he spoke. If you don't understand, you must ask a professional. The bunny and raccoon rabbit ears and hair accessories trembled, eyes fixed on the giant tailless plane with a full sense of science fiction on the screen. After a while, he answered under the expectant eyes of everyone. Cannot. Puff. If you can't just say no, why do you have to think about it for so long before saying it? Everyone rolled their eyes at her. Then he continued to move his eyes to the screen. Boom boom boom. The seven-headed beasts were stunned by the giant thing in the sky, and the condensed energy bombs were interrupted by countless explosions. These hundreds of suicide drones alone blew up the alien beast kings and alien demons below until they howled and became extremely embarrassed. Ah! Fight back quickly and knock him down. The two strange demon messengers hid under the crocodile king's body and screamed. And they thought that such damage should not cause much damage to the 8th level alien beast king. But what he didn't know was that the blood bar of the 8th level beast king had dropped again at this moment. Although it wasn't much, it was still quite a bit. Buzz. Of course, Mr. Lin would kill it while it was sick. This was the 8th level alien beast king. If he were touched by its skills, he would be dead. So in addition to assigning some to harass the 7-level 6-level beast king, most of the stalkers piled on the crocodile king. The entire area was flashing with lights and explosions, going off like firecrackers. At this time, the giant bomber in the sky also entered the designated position. The belly of the plane slowly opened, revealing the guided bombs inside, which were so densely packed that it felt scary. Concentrate fire target, 1 kilometer below. Lin Jun locked the area of the Beast King below. Bang bang. The bombers poured out all their ammunition at once, like diarrhea. The sound below was like firecrackers. After the bomber's bomb hit, the huge explosion power immediately covered up the sound of the stalker's explosion. Boom, boom. Loud noises and waves of air created a spectacular scene. When Lin Jun saw it from high in the sky, he felt it was extremely spectacular. This ammunition, which should have been able to cover 5 kilometers, was poured into a 1 kilometer range. One can imagine the power. Ding! Congratulations on killing the 8th level Beast King. You have gained Experience Legend, Brahma Windbreaker X1, Soul Crystal X1000. Ding! Congratulations on killing the level 8 Beast King for the first time. The reward is PK points. Ding! Congratulations on killing the 6th level Beast King. Reward Experience X50W, Gold Coins X10W, Special Healing Potion X30, Special Soul Recovery Potion X30, Special Strengthening Scroll Plus 11 X1, Strengthening Protection Coupon X10, Epic Level Execution Sword X1. Ding! 8 consecutive kill prompts immediately confused Mr. Lin. 8 alien beast kings were taken away in just one wave. Then Mr. Lin realized that he should have been taken away in one wave with the damage of thousands of stalkers. Otherwise, according to the system settings, if you want to rely on air support alone, no matter how powerful it is, you will not be able to kill these beast kings. Mr. Lin was not in a hurry to check the rewards, because there were still 2 strange demons whose rewards had not yet arrived, and they were probably not injured by the bombing. And the giant bomber, after dropping all the bombs, got back into the magic array. After waiting for a while, the smoke and dust below were dispersed by the wind. This scene was also shown on Lin Junhei's screen, and this scene could only be summed up in one word: miserable. The ground was full of the broken limbs and arms of the alien beast king. Only the body of the crocodile king was bloody and intact. After all, it was an 8th level alien beast king. Everyone in front of the screen was shocked when they saw this scene. They all believed that the bomber took them away in one round of bombing. As for the thousands of stalkers, the bombing power was too small and they thought it was only a supporting role. As for the real reason, only Lin Jun knows. Haha, okay, very good. Student Lin Jun's engineering power is really useful. Chief Number 1 exclaimed. Ahem, Captain Long, can I take back what I just said? Commander Yi coughed lightly. After collecting the crystal cores, Lin Jun disappeared from the camera. After Lin Jun landed on the ground, he immediately collected the crystal cores of the 8-headed beast kings, which was a huge fortune. Countless golden sword blades cut down, but the result was still too slow. Then it is really possible for Liu Beiling to catch up with the other geniuses of the Demon University with a single attribute power. Just as the figures of the 2 strange demons disappeared, the sword fell and hit them blankly. Phantom sword dance. But there was no attack, the situation was stronger than the people, and now the situation is over. This time the crocodile king with the highest combat power is dead, and they have no trump cards in their hands. Even the people in front of the screen said it was a pity. The 2 strange demons snorted softly, and the strange demon warlock raised his staff and punched the ground hard. He regretted it so much now and hated himself for not waiting any longer. Not good. At this time, Mr. Lin discovered that there was some movement under the corpse of the 8th level alien Beast King. There is nothing we can do about it. The aliens are not very strong, but their superpowers are very weird. If Lu Bailing absorbs the 3 crystal cores of the 6th level Bull Demon King, his strength may be greatly improved. If he is lucky, he can awaken a few more skills. Reverse summoning technique. Hearing Zhang Lin's behavior, the strange demon messenger became even more angry. My body was shaking with anger. The bombing here also indirectly saved Sakura country. Lin Jun was annoyed that he was careless. A purple rune aperture lit up. Lin Jun heard something wrong in his words. However, there is still a little bit of blood remaining on the information box, and it is estimated that only one skill can send them away. Because the alien warlock had just summoned the 6th level alien Beast King away, the S-level masters had no pressure, and they all surrounded and killed the 5th level Beast King, so the battles in Tokyo quickly reversed. Yo, he's not dead yet, Lin Jun teased. Lin Jun immediately jumped down from the basket, quickly waved Meteor Fall, and used the Sword Soul ultimate move. If I knew that Mr. Lin had this kind of skill, I would not agree to transfer him to the Dragon Protection Team even if I killed him. The strange demon crawled out of the Crocodile King's body and immediately looked up at Zhang Lin with great anger. Phew, you are very good. I will remember today's grudge. It turned out that he was hiding under the Crocodile King, so he escaped this disaster. Hey, what a pity, we let them run away. Swish, swish, swish. With a skill like this, if you blast a few rounds into a group of alien beasts, the pressure on the front line will be at least half. During this great harvest, Mr. Lin also wanted to find a safe place to take stock of the spoils. I could only endure it in frustration. Mr. Lin didn't know about this war, and he had also entered the eyes of all countries. The reason is that his superpowers are so unique that I have to say that this is a superpower system that is even more powerful than the summoning system. It's just that no one knows Zhang Lin's true identity except for the senior officials of the Dragon Kingdom and those who have seen Zhang Lin use his mechanic powers. Outside the suburbs of Tokyo, in a residential house, Lin Jun is taking stock of his spoils this time. Not to mention gaining 850 experience points, his rank has reached Platinum 5, and he has 7 epic weapons, including 3 swords, 1 glove, 2 staffs, and 1 pistol. The armor column has also been opened. I don't know if it has been castrated by the system. There is only 1 armor column. Presumably the equipment that will be dropped in the future will only be of 1 type of armor. Mr. Lin clicked on the legendary piece of armor, the Fan Trenchcoat, to check it out. Legend, Van Windbreaker. Category, Windbreaker. Level, Legend. Level, Level 5. Defense, 500. All attributes plus 500. Passive, Movement Speed, Attack Speed, Release Speed, Jump plus 50%. Seeing such attributes, Lin Jun was dumbfounded. Are all the legendary equipment so awesome? It's so awesome. As long as you equip it, your double attack will reach over 9,000, and all attributes will be greatly improved. By the way, I seem to have an amplification scroll, but I don't know what effect it will have on this windbreaker. Just do what comes to mind. Amplification Legend, Brahma Windbreaker plus 1-3, you need to spend 2000 W gold coins, whether to increase it. 20 million. After looking at the gold coin balance, there were still more than 30 million, and Lin Jun breathed a sigh of relief. These are all saved by killing monsters myself. Confirm. Ding. Congratulations on getting the legend, Brahma Windbreaker increase plus 13. Lin Jun hurriedly clicked on it again to check. Legend, Van Windbreaker increase plus 13. Category, Windbreaker. Level, Legend. Level, Level 5. Defense, 500. All attributes plus 500. Increase plus 13. All attributes plus 2000. Passive, Movement Speed, Attack Speed, Release Speed, Jump plus 50%. See that the defense has not increased, but the additional attributes have indeed increased. Moreover, the attributes actually had 2000 points, and Mr. Lin was dumbfounded. 2000 points, or full attributes. Lin Jun hurriedly put on his fan trench coat, and a novel long white trench coat with gold embroidery on the collar suddenly appeared on him. Lin Jun couldn't help but stand up and spin around, it felt very good. Then he looked at the brand new attributes, which made him speechless. Character: Lin Jun. Rank: Platinum 3 stars 0.20. Age: 18. Occupation: Mechanic, Sword Soul. Strength: B level mid-level 850 with 1500W. Lingyuan: 36500, 36500. Power: Speed, Legs. Weapon Column 1. Meteor Fall plus 1-1. Weapon Column 2. Lava Roar plus 10. Armor Column: Legend, Brahma Windbreaker increase plus 13. Attack Power: 6200 plus 4500. Skill Attack Power: 6150 plus 4500. Strength: 4000 plus 50. Spirit: 3650. Intelligence: 3950 plus 50. Agility: 3350. Stamina: 3350. Defense: 5850. Life: 335,335 Skill: PK points: 12,400. Gold coin: 1200W. Store: PK point store, Legendary Equipment Store. Storehouse: with more than 10,000 double attacks, he already has the strength of an S-level B-level player. Not only that, after opening the armor, there are 2 more attributes, defense and life. Lingyuan Sniper Rifle. After use, the hand cannon transforms into a large sniper rifle, which can shoot a Lingyuan sniper bullet at targets within 10 kilometers, causing basic attack plus 200% damage. Consumption: 200 Spirit Yuan, cooling time, 20 seconds. Ding! The skills did not disappoint Mr. Lin. The skills of the Gunnery Master were basically high-power skills with high damage. The usage method was somewhat similar to the skills of Beijing Big Rabbit and Little Raccoon. As for the 5th level purple weapons obtained by slaying mobs, Mr. Lin didn't even bother to count them. Ding. Insult this official, give me a warning. Ding. Congratulations on getting the new profession, Gunner. However, each profession has its own advantages and disadvantages. For example, although the Sword Soul is flexible, its power and damage are a bit weak, the mechanic is just okay as a 6th grade, and the guns can only do long-range bursts. Spirit Gathering Cannon. After use, the hand cannon is fully charged instantly and can shoot a spherical spirit bullet to bomb the target, causing plus 150% damage to the base attack power of the target within the range. Spirit Consumption: 100, cooling time, 5 seconds. Giant Spirit Gathering Cannon. After use, it summons a giant spirit element cannon. After charging, it launches a large spirit element bomb, which can bombard the target area within a radius of 5 kilometers, causing attack power plus 1000% damage. Consumption: 1000 Spirit Yuan, 1 color crystal core of level 5 or above, cooling time, 30 minutes. Open the random occupation certificate for me. Each refresh requires 200 soul crystals. Too lazy to care about you. But now that I have multiple careers, the shortcomings can be ignored. Legend: 3500 soul crystals random. Aha, I'm so sleepy, I'll take a pillow. I really want to become a gunner, so I'll do it right now. Thank you, Brother Tongzi. Lin Jun was in a good mood. Lin Jun looked at the gold coin balance, there was still more than 10 million, and immediately chose to shut up. Lin Jun quickly clicked on it and saw that there were several learnable skills in the skill column for gunners. Gathering Laser Cannon. After use, the hand cannon transforms into a handheld laser cannon, which can shoot a laser and cause damage of plus 300% of the basic attack power to targets within 10 kilometers in a straight line. Consumption: 300 Spirit Yuan, 1 colorless crystal core, cooling time, 10 minutes. Then there are 3 certificates of self-selected occupation, 2 of which are random. Ding. Obtain X1 Gunner's Job Transfer Certificate and X1 Fighter's Job Transfer Certificate. I wipe it. I'm just trying to be polite, but you're really not polite. Lingyuan Nuclear Bomb. After use, it can summon a small spiritual nuclear bomb falling from the sky, causing basic attack plus 500% damage to the target in the range. The residue after the explosion will cause continuous damage to the target for 10 seconds. Consumption: 500 Spirit Yuan, 1 colorless crystal core, cooling time, 15 minutes. After exiting the store, I took inventory of the items in the warehouse. There were 12 enhanced 11 volumes, 1 enhanced 13 volume, and there were also many enhanced protection volumes. Ding! You have a new skill to learn. Seeing an additional legendary equipment store, Lin Jun opened it out of curiosity. Legend: 3,500 soul crystals random. There were 2 lonely pieces of equipment with question marks inside. Ahem. Brother Tongzi, don't be so serious. I still like your cheap look. This is even gamifying itself. But this is good, as he can intuitively understand his own status, and with more than 3,000 defenses, he is probably quite resistant to beatings. Give me the gunner's job transfer certificate to switch to gunnery division. Lin Jun immediately yelled. Dog system, I'm going to you, uncle, you are worse than an old horse. However, the gunner's power and damage are great, but its shortcomings are also obvious, that is, it is slow to release skills. For example, the giant spirit gathering cannon must be fully charged after summoning before it can be fired. You're welcome. He looked at the number of soul crystals he had, which were only 1,600, and then looked at the number needed to redeem them. After using up the gunnery master's skill points, Lin Jun turned his attention to the fighter's job transfer certificate. Having many skills is not a burden, and having a few more professions is also good. System: give me the professional transfer certificate to use as a fighter. Ding! Congratulations to the host for obtaining the fighter profession. Ding! There are new learnable skills. There are still quite a lot of primary skills for a fighter. However, Lin Jun selectively learned, proficient in boxing skills, basic fighting skills, elbow strikes, whirlwind kicks, bricks, sand throwing, clone skills, and qigong waves. System: use a certificate of self-selected profession to choose a fighter. Ding! Use the self-selected career transfer certificate to obtain a fighter career certificate. Change to qigong master. This is a career that Lin Jun has considered for a long time. Ever since he heard the legend about the old principal told by Vice Principal Wang, he has thought of becoming a qigong master. Ding! Congratulations on getting the new profession, qigong master. Ding! There are new learnable skills. Open the qigong master skill bar. Qigong wave specialization. Passive skill, automatically obtains a variety of qigong wave usage methods. Qigong waves can be used with both hands, one hand, feet, etc. Qigong strengthening. Passive skill, qigong wave has no cooling time, and the longer the qigong wave is charged, the greater the power and damage. Strengthened clones. The number of clones in the clone technique has been increased to 5. Actions can be controlled with thoughts, and self-destruction can be controlled. Self-destruction causes basic skill attack damage to the target. Qigong protective cover. With oneself as the center, a spherical qigong cover is released to defend against enemy attacks. The qigong cover has a health value of 10 W. Consumption of spiritual energy, 200. Cooling time, 1 minute. Dragon Tiger Roar. Centered on itself, it emits a sonic attack formed by qigong, causing skill attack plus 100% skill attack damage to targets within a radius of 500 meters. Spiral qigong bomb. Both hands condense a high-speed rotating spiritual qigong bomb, causing an explosion in the target area. The damage increases with the charge, causing skill attack plus 250% to 500% damage. Consumption: 300 spirit yuan. Cooling time: 3 minutes. Pneumatic Thunder Dragon. Condensate a controllable giant dragon transformed from spiritual energy with thunder attributes. When shuttling between targets, it will cause skill attack plus 350% damage per second to the target. The target touched has a 50% chance of being paralyzed. Consumption: 500 spirit yuan. Colorless crystal core X1 for level 3 or above. Cooling time: 30 minutes. Good guy, this is a qigong master who can attack, defend, and be close or far. If the old principal also had this kind of qigong, it would still be possible for him to kill the 9th level alien beast king. Or maybe his qigong is stronger than mine. Exit the system interface, put on the dog head mask again, get up and walk out of the house. In this suburban village, except for a large number of corpses of strange beasts killed by Lin Jun, there is no breath of living people anymore. Even if Sakura country escapes the disaster this time, the population may not be much left. Looking at a mountain in the distance, Lin Jun put on a pair of boxing gloves at will, and his hands started like Goku's Kometa Qigong in Dragon Ball. Drink. Spiral Qigong Bomb. With a bang, a high-speed rotating energy ball condensed in the palm of his hand. First it was white, then it changed quickly. After 1 second of charging, it turned yellow, and finally it was red. It felt like it was the limit. Lin Jun pushed the Qigong towards the hilltop. The moment the energy bomb was withdrawn, it grew rapidly. Before it was shot very far, it grew from the size of a volleyball to a diameter of 3 or 4 meters. Boom! The spiral energy bomb hit the top of the mountain and exploded into a mushroom cloud. Due to the inertia of rotation, it turned into a tornado the next moment. Lin Jun is quite satisfied with this kind of power. Then he used several Qigong waves, using both hands, one hand, and his feet. Each time he used Qigong attacks. Jun Lin was having so much fun that he almost lost track of time. It wasn't until noon that I was reluctant to leave. However, before leaving, Mr. Lin also ran around the city to see if there was any Beast King. The result was a bit disappointing, there was none left. Without the 6th level Beast King, the 5th level one is not enough to fill the gap between the teeth of Sakura Kingdom's masters. Why, I feel like I lost 100 million. Since he didn't, Mr. Lin didn't want to stay any longer, so he sat in a basket and let the stalker drag him to the Dragon Kingdom. Although this trip to Tokyo only lasted for 2 days, it did give him a great harvest. Due to the speed of the stalker, it could only fly 120 yards at its fastest, and the process of crossing the sea was also very boring. I was just wondering if I should take a break and catch a fish. Then I heard the roar from far to near behind. Jun Lin looked back and saw 4 transport helicopters heading towards him. A moment later, 4 helicopters, 2 on each side, surrounded the weak and helpless Mr. Lin. From the cabin, pairs of curious eyes were cast, looking straight at Mr. Lin in the basket, as if they were looking at a national treasure. In this atmosphere, Lin Jun's face hidden under the mask turned red from suppressing it. If there was a crack in the ground, Lin Jun would probably get in without hesitation. Now, it feels like I have just finished making the big sword and went out, and then I was bumped into by an acquaintance, which is indescribable embarrassment. Without saying a word, Mr. Lin shrank his body into the basket and buried his head in it, pretending to be an ostrich. Brother Lin Jun, are you okay? On the plane on the right, Shu Yu waved and shouted, with excitement on her little face. Depending on the situation, everyone on the current plane basically knows their identity. After Lin Jun struggled for a while, he still chose to get on the plane from Shanghai. After getting on the plane, all the students gathered around Lin Jun and kept chattering with questions. You can only ask on the plane. Because they were all forced to sign a confidentiality agreement and were not allowed to reveal Jun Lin's identity, they could not talk about these topics after getting off the plane. Classmate Lin Jun, does your engineering machine have hidden powers? Yeah, that's right. Classmate Lin Jun, why did the mecha you summoned choose to commit suicide? It's summoning time. Classmate Lin Jun, do you have a girlfriend? Lin Jun. Faced with everyone's questions, Mr. Lin patiently answered them one by one. In the corner of the cabin, after Lin Jun got on the plane, Lu Mei walked farther away by herself and kept silent, trying to reduce her presence as much as possible. However, seeing his daughter admiring and infatuated with Mr. Lin, her face still looked as ugly as if she had eaten shit. After knowing that Lu Ruo was Lu Mei's daughter, Lin Jun leaned close to Lu Ruo intentionally or unintentionally, and when answering her questions, he deliberately bit his ear, and then raised his eyebrows at Lu Mei in a lewd way. It's like saying, "Look, your retribution is coming." Lu Mei was so angry that her whole body was shaking, her fists were tightly clenched, and she had the urge to come out and fight. No matter who you are, you will be very angry if you meet someone whom you don't like and try to take advantage of you. Call. No, I can't lose my temper in front of my precious daughter. I will endure. After the 4 planes entered the Dragon Kingdom's airspace, 2 flew to the capital and 2 to the Magic City. Before parting, Lin Jun waved to Mo Xian, who waved back. However, just because of this, Lin Jun also received Long Zan's cannibalistic eyes. It's so baffling. In the evening, the plane landed at the military airport in Shanghai. As soon as he got off the plane, Lin Jun saw an old acquaintance and felt surprised. Unexpectedly, Li Tianlong, an old guy, actually came to pick him up at the airport in person. What the hell was going on? Professor Lu Mei, Thank you for your hard work on this trip to Sakura country. Li Tianlong politely stepped forward to shake hands with Lu Mei. Among the leading teachers from various schools in Magic City, only Lu Mei was a professor, and the rest were mentors. The professor level of Yisheng University is a temporary position in the Dulong Kingdom government, and the military rank is still a major general. Although Li Tianlong is said to be the commander of the Magic City military region, his military rank is actually only that of major general. As for strength, Lu Mei is now at the peak of S level, not far from SS level. Based on this, Li Tianlong has to treat her politely. Thank you General Li for coming to pick you up personally. Haha, it should be. While talking to Lu Mei, he glanced at Lin Jun from the corner of his eye from time to time. Of course he also knew that the masked man was Lin Jun. What he was thinking at this time was to either ease the relationship with Lin Jun as soon as possible, or to solve the future problem of Lin Jun at once. Otherwise, it would really be a troublesome thing for the Li family to attract an enemy with terrifying talents. Although the Li family is not afraid of it, it is still a small trouble. This time, there were only 5 schools invited by the University of Magic, so Li Tianlong arranged a car for each of them to send them back, of course, just to the school. Jun Lin, please contact me when you have time. When she got into the car, Lu Ruo's delicate face was blushing with shame, and her eyes were filled with anticipation. Yeah, okay, what else could Lin Jun say? He immediately pretended to be a warm man and replied with a gentle smile. How could Mr. Lin let this teacher off if he was so angry? This made Lu Mei very angry again, and her eyes when she looked at Lin Jun were full of warning. After getting into the car with Xu Yuyu, the car started immediately and drove to Vocational University. When we set out, there were 4 people, and when we came back, there were only 2 people. I don't know if Vice Colonel Wang and Monaco are dead. Of course, he didn't care much whether Vice Colonel Wang died or not. He just felt that it would be a pity for Monaco, a girl with big breasts, to die. An hour later, when we returned to the school gate, it was already dark. As soon as he got off the car, Lin Jun saw 3 figures standing at the door of the guard room. 2 are tall and 1 is short. Needless to say, the 2 tall ones are Bai Ni and her assistant. As for the short one, who else could it be but Uncle Bao? Hee, sister Bai. Xu Yuyu was like a happy little sparrow, jumping straight into Assistant Shu's arms. The 2 balls collided with each other, causing waves of tremors and making Lin Jun click his tongue. What a pair of loving sisters. Sister Bai, Sister Shu. Lin Jun also opened his hands and wanted to hug her. A hug should be normal for this kind of reunion, right? But in the end he was cut in front by a short, smelly old man. Hey, classmate Xiaojun, I didn't expect that you would care about such a bad old man like me so much after you were only a few days old. I am very touched, old man. Uncle Bao patted Jun Lin hard on the back. The pain made Lin Jun grimace. Bai Ni and Assistant Shu in the back had their mouths curved and their eyes full of smiles. This little hooligan. Bai Ni took Lin Jun and his party to a villa in the villa area on campus. Wow, Sister Bai, your home is really big. Don't you feel lonely living alone? Looking at the largest villa in the school, Lin Jun couldn't help but marvel. In his 2 lifetimes, he has never lived in such a big house. Brother Lin Jun, Sister Bai won't be alone either. Because my sister and I also live here. Xu Yuyu interjected. Oh, so that's it. The group of people followed Bai Ni into the villa. When they came to the living room, the dining table was already filled with a sumptuous dinner. Everyone, sit down, I'll take care of you. After everyone sat down, Uncle Bao took out a bottle of wine and poured it for Mr. Lin. Come on, young man, have a drink with Mr. Bao today. This is the treasure of the old principal. Lin Jun quickly stopped him and said, No, Uncle Bao, I don't know how to drink. What, young man, don't you know that smoking or drinking will make you less happy? In the end, Mr. Lin half pushed and half drank it, and still only wanted half a cup. However, Jun Lin could tell from his words that Uncle Bao had an irreconcilable relationship with the old principal. Hiss, thinking about it this way, this Uncle Bao may also be a Qigong master. As for Bai Ni, Lin Jun probably knows how to do it. Should I ask them to compete with each other to see if their Qigong is more powerful, or if my Qigong is better? Perhaps because they had been hungry for a day, Lin Jun and Shu Yu both started eating quickly. Bai Ni and the others looked at the two rice cooks with smiles the whole time. After dinner, Lin Jun was taken to the study by Bai Ni. As soon as he sat down, Bai Ni went straight to the topic. You want to tell me about Vice Colonel Wang? Yesterday, Lin Jun just talked briefly on the phone. Now when Bai Ni asked, Lin Jun told her the story of Vice Principal Wang and the old principal. After Lin Jun finished speaking, Bai Ni fell into silence. After a moment, he said, does this mean that my father's death had nothing to do with him? I don't think he is lying. It's up to you to judge for yourself. Lin Jun spread his hands, then rolled his eyes and asked, Sister Bai, do you know the old principal's qigong? Bai Ni chuckled and said, Ha! Of course, I am my father's only daughter. After a moment, Bai Ni put away his expression and stared into Lin Jun's eyes seriously. Do you want to learn? Ah, Lin Jun was stunned. No way, does she want to teach me? But now I am also a qigong master. However, Lin Jun still shook his head and refused. I'm not interested in. Bai Ni was very surprised to see that Mr. Lin was not interested. Oh, this qigong is what many people dream of, but you're not interested. Ha. To be honest with Sister Bai, I am also a qigong master, but I don't know if my qigong is the same as yours. Puff. Bai Ni, who had been drinking tea calmly, sprayed tea all over Jun Lin's face. You said you are still a qigong master. Lin Jun helplessly wiped the tea on his face. Then he stuck out his tongue and licked it. Orchid fragrance. However, being able to frighten Bai Ni into losing his composure made Lin Jun feel a sense of relief. Let you always look calm in front of me. Yes, I also have a special power, which is the qigong system. How is this possible? At this time, Bai Ni's beautiful face was full of shock. How about we find a place to compete? Upon hearing Jun Lin's invitation, Bai Ni's usual mature and steady temperament disappeared. He looked very excited and eager to try. Okay, I'm going to change clothes. Well, why does she feel more excited than me now? Well, okay, I'll wait for you. Lin Jun had a bad feeling. This wait is 20 minutes. When Bai Ni appeared again, her usual brown suit and hip-hugging skirt had been replaced by a slim-fit combat uniform. Seeing Bai Ni's fiery figure fully exposed under the outline of this combat uniform, Lin Jun's throat rolled. Investigator. This word popped into my mind for no reason. It turns out that women have nothing to do with the speed at which I draw my sword, and beautiful women not only make me happy physically and mentally but also increase my combat effectiveness. Seeing Lin Jun's stupid look, Bai Ni was secretly happy and couldn't help but puff up his chest. My charm is still the same as before. Let's go, I'll take you somewhere. Oh, good. Lin Jun followed him out in a daze. When he exited the door, he found Assistant Shu and Shu Yu, who had also changed into tight-fitting combat uniforms, waiting outside. Let's play together. Have fun. Lin Jun couldn't help but swallowed when he thought of a certain scene. Yeah, have fun. Hey. Bai Ni led the three of them to an iron door, which opened with a creak, revealing a staircase going down. Lin Jun asked curiously, where are you going? You'll find out when you follow me. Bai Ni said calmly. Then he walked in front and headed for the stairs. I walked up an estimated 10 floors of stairs before reaching the bottom. Another iron gate was opened, revealing a corridor. After walking for a few minutes, Bai Ni stopped and turned on a switch. Bang bang. Several huge fluorescent lamps lit up, and the vision suddenly opened up. It's so big here. It turned out to be a huge training ground, and the arena in the middle was as big as 2 basketball courts. This is the training ground my father used to use. How about it, is it okay? Bai Ni said with a proud smile. Well, this is the happiness of rich people. Ha. The corners of Bai Ni's mouth curved in a nice arc, and she took out a pair of gloves, with indescribable excitement in her eyes. Lin Jun looked at the glove in her hand and was stunned. These are the gloves sold in my store. Seeing Jun Lin's surprise, Bai Ni shook the gloves and said, I have to say that the gloves in your store are very suitable for us qigong masters. Now let's talk about how you want to compete. Withdrawing his gaze, Lin Jun touched his chin and said, well, let's just use qigong to compete. Feeling Bai Ni's glare, Lin Jun added again, of course, let's just treat it as a practice. Bai Ni smiled. Okay, let's get on the ring. After saying that, he pushed his feet hard and jumped onto the ring. Lin Jun also put on a pair of level 5 purple quality gloves and jumped onto the ring. The two stood facing each other, their eyes full of fighting intent. Let's start. Bai Ni made a strange martial arts starting gesture and hooked his fingers. Lin Jun didn't show any pretense and immediately put one hand on his waist to condense a qigong bomb. Drink. Puff. Shoot straight at Bai Ni. Bai Ni initially thought that Jun Lin looked down on qigong masters and deliberately found an excuse to refuse, but he didn't expect that Jun Lin actually knew how to do it. Face the rapid fire to get the qigong bomb. Bai Ni just held his hand like a knife, a blue energy wrapped his hand, and then struck the qigong bomb. Boom! The qigong bomb was knocked aside and exploded with a bang. No, that's okay. Lin Jun was shocked. Logically speaking, the qigong bomb would explode as soon as it was touched, but Bai Ni's stronghold knocked it away. This was really amazing. Maybe it's because of the blue energy in her hands. Lin Jun suddenly became serious and activated 2 acceleration skills at once. Sprint, wind step. The speed was extremely fast, and his body turned into an afterimage. In an instant, he came to Bai Ni and punched out. Bang! Blocked by a hand wrapped in blue gas. Lin Jun was surprised, feeling as if Bai Ni knew his movements. The speed is indeed very fast, but the characteristic of my qigong is that I can make rough predictions. As he spoke, Bai Ni punched Jun Lin in the stomach with his other hand. Boom! Lin Jun flew out upside down. After several somersaults, the strength was released. Once he stabilized his body, Lin Jun continued to send out qigong waves with his hands and feet. Since melee combat is at a disadvantage, it's better to use the prince's strategy. Drink, whizzing. Facing the qigong bombs that were fired intensively, Bai Ni just stood there. With a bang, blue gas instantly enveloped his whole body. Wave your hands and feet to knock away all the qigong bullets. On the arena, fire suddenly flickered and explosions continued. After defending for a while, Bai Ni suddenly made other movements. Squat, a starting position. The ground cracked beneath my feet. Boom! The blue figure was like a tiger, heading straight towards Mr. Lin. Lin Jun also noticed that Bai Ni's right hand was clenched into a fist, and the energy also changed from blue to yellow. A punch was not simple, and there was a danger signal. Lin Jun quickly moved out of the way. The moment he dodged, Bai Ni's fist hit his original position. Boom! There was an earth-shattering explosion and the sound of the arena breaking apart. Lin Jun's scalp felt numb for a while. After all, he still has a move that can definitely restrain Bai Ni's qigong. Is the bet so big? Aren't you pushing yourself into my arms? If Lin Jun's qigong master is a long-range burst, then Bai Ni's qigong master is a short-range burst. Hearing what Bai Ni said, Lin Jun was dumbfounded. Okay, I agreed, and I won't regret it if I beat you. The 2 Shu sisters watched with gusto. However, her qigong skills have a high damage bonus, and even Baby Dragon may not be her match. Moreover, Lin Jun doubted that her strength could definitely deal with the 8th level Crack Beast King. During the fight, Lin Jun also had a preliminary understanding of the characteristics of Bai Ni's qigong. Of course, she can also shoot qigong bombs from a distance, but she doesn't use them very much. Mr. Lin is so cheerful and confident. Sister Bai, look, even if we win like this, it doesn't mean anything. Phew, Sister Bai, stop fighting. I'm exhausted. No, fight for a while longer. Lin Jun rolled his eyes. Hey, there must be some luck. This is crazy. Lin Jun estimated that her strength was only S level, with a basic attack power between 10,000 and 13,000, which was much weaker than Baby Dragon. The entire arena suddenly flashed with figures and roared continuously. Sister, eldest sister, let's spar, so we don't end up killing each other. You are a violent maniac. Although Bai Ni's turbulent waves are pleasing to the eye, no one can do anything about it, and there is no point in fighting it. On the other hand, if you lose, you will have to obey my orders from now on. Coupled with Lin Jun's high defense, the two soon fought against each other. Just look at her whole body wrapped in blue energy, and you'll know it. Yeah, that's okay. If you beat me, I'll have whatever you want, just ask. Her tricks are all about condensing spiritual energy into her body to increase defense and burst damage. Helpless, Mr. Lin had no choice but to become serious. The 9th level Elite Beast King is no problem either. But Bai Ni's eyes were full of excitement, and he didn't want to talk nonsense with Jun Lin at all. He kicked the ground, leaving broken footprints, and rushed towards Jun Lin again. After saying that, the energy of her fist turned into red, wanting to give Lin Jun a taste of her strongest blow. What's wrong? Bai Ni's charming face was a little dissatisfied. Oh, what do you want? Lin Jun waved his hands quickly. No, no. What a joke, it was so hard to find an evenly matched opponent, how could Bai Ni let him go? Bai Ni's destructive power is indeed strong, but his speed is still far behind Lin Jun. Bai Ni thought about it and felt the same way. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.